We did it. We made it through.
All right.
Ooh.
We did. Everybody,
kind of like an old.
It was a close one.
it was. We made it. We made it through the. What's the word for? I don't know. Whatever. We made it through the chaos. We made it through the. Oh, that's a great word. There's a great word, and it's not coming to me. But that's typical. So episode 57. We've got.
Can't believe it.
I can't believe it. We made it this far, folks. It's quite a remarkable achievement. 57.
57.
That's this is the last episode. Last episode of Twin Frenzy. That's it. We wanted to end strong, so we got Ben Massa. Is it Massa or Massa? I forgot.
Massa, like Massachusetts. Yeah, Massa.
Ben Massa. Okay, so Ben Massa from ORKO'S Keep on Facebook, who's just an awesome archivist, and we're so lucky to have you, Ben. Thank you so much for being here for this episode.
Thank you for having me. I'm super excited to be here. It's I get to see some of your shows, and I got to meet all you guys a little bit, and it's been fun trading stuff and having fun with you guys.
Oh yeah, man. Adam introduced you to us all, and we couldn't be happier. So I want to thank you, Adam, too, for that. What a cool thing.
Yeah, absolutely.
So he needs to get a Patreon now. And do like Oz, and like Oz calls everybody Oz holes, he can call them all massholes.
Right.
Oh my God.
There you go.
I love that. Speaking of which, Oz is on his way in. In fact, I think he's on his way in. He said he was trying to get over here, so he'll be entering the frenzy soon. But first, you guys doing okay? You holding up this week?
Yeah, I'm doing all right. Yourself?
Doing pretty good.
Yeah, good.
Holding up.
I gotta keep to the script, you know.
Yeah, I gotta keep to the script.
So I went to Target. I always look at the He-Man aisle. There was nothing new there, but the cereal aisle, they had it's the Great Pumpkin Charlie Brown cereal, which I had to pick up. So,
good.
Is it good though? Because I know it's like vanilla.
I don't know. I don't know. I haven't even opened it. I'm waiting until October to start eating it. But yeah, I just wanted the box.
Yeah, to get it. I picked up the Monster Mash cereal this week. It's like every flavor. I haven't tried it yet, but there's got to be like 18 flavors in it or something. It's crazy.
That's awesome.
Awesome.
I just get
I'm afraid I won't survive it. Like if I take the first bite, it's just gonna knock me out and
sugar overload.
Yeah, I won't be able to be revived. Oh, speaking of Target, you don't mind if I go grab something really quick that I picked up at Target? I'll be right back.
Sure.
Unprepared.
Oh man.
See, he puts himself on mute and then he talks to us like we're gonna hear.
That's so he could curse us out.
Yeah. His own muting.
Yeah.
So, well, it looks like he's already back. That's crazy.
Oh.
It's got something he picked up.
As long as he gets himself off mute, we'll be all right.
Wait, you guys weren't. We hope you weren't just silent while I stepped away. Were you?
No, we were making fun of you.
Oh, good. All right, so check this out. I went to Target on my lunch break today to get a couple groceries, and I saw these.
Oh, nice. Dude!
Aren't these amazing? Like this is made.
Frankenberry.
Yeah, it's like you're speaking of the monster, the cereal monsters reminding me of this.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Blueberry and Frankenberry.
Do the jaws move?
Yeah, they do. And they're only $5.
Really?
Really?
Pretty cool.
Are they the same like quality as those real big skeletons that they have? Are they made the same way?
They're pretty solid. Yeah, I think they are. In fact, they kind of almost look like blow mold plastic because they got.
Because it looks like them. Yeah, it looks like the exact same thing. It's just different color without the body.
The seam and everything.
Oh,
here.
Okay.
I mean, they're not the best quality, but they're good. They're reasonable. The color is so like powerful. I couldn't resist this. This is speaking my language here.
They're totally cool. They pop.
Those are really cool.
Yeah.
I'd be tempted to get one and just like paint it like yellow and green Skeletor pattern, you know?
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah.
Pretty cool.
Totally. I mean, they're so affordable. $5 is really not a lot.
No, not at all.
And so you can get like 10 of them.
Yeah.
But I only saw the 2 colors. And then this was, by the way, folks, this might be showing up half off at your Targets. Just letting you know. I saw this for $16.30.
Nice.
And I wasn't gonna get Whiplash at his normal price, so I'm glad he was on sale.
You've been getting some deals lately.
Yeah, we have this ongoing, Ben. We have an ongoing chat for patrons of the Toy Frenzy hosts.
Oh, okay.
And often the patrons are talking about having a hard time finding things, and I really want to say this with all of my heart: be patient.
Yeah.
And they'll either the fury or the fanaticism will die down, and then the frenzy will die down, and then they'll go on clearance. Target's pretty good about that. They'll go on clearance, or people will have a hard time selling that mini comic Manny faces on eBay, and the prices might drop. So,
well, that's what I said. A couple of years. I mean, that stuff's always going to be around. So you just wait.
Yeah,
just wait.
You'll get.
I mean, there's stuff from 40 years ago still floating around. So the stuff that came out last week.
Oh yeah,
exactly.
Right.
For sure.
Yeah.
There's no rush to get it unless you have to have it today.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah.
So let's go through the chat and see who's here. I'm not going to do it as fast as Oz because I'm just not that capable. But
hello, everyone. There you go. You're done.
Yeah. Thank you, everyone, for being in the chat. We got Masterversal Eldor here. Great to see you here. JMax77, fantastic to see you. Let's see. Dawning of a Decade. Dawn, great to have you. Cobweb, always great to see you, Cob.
Peoples.
Hello, Peoples.
People's just plural anyway. You need to add that.
Welcome to Toy Frenzy's grammar school. John, figuratively speaking, great to see you. Aaron, Payne's Toy Samples, great to see you. Nolan, awesome to see you. Oh, he said hi all, and he's also saying hi to John.
Oh, I heard a beep. I think
Oz is popping in here. Thanos Copter, great to see you. Did I already say hi to Payne's Toy Samples? Yes, I think
so.
Yeah.
And Oz, how you doing, buddy?
Oh, doing better now, man. Friggin' turned on everything, getting ready to jump in here, and all of a sudden my computer's like, yeah, you need to do a big old update. And I'm like, oh, fuck you.
Been there?
Yeah.
Just say no next time.
That was the thing. I think I've been skipping this one for a while. It didn't give me the option.
Yeah.
You know when you skip it so many times? And
Finally makes you do it. Yep.
It was just like, nah, you gonna update now, dickhead.
Every Thursday at lunch, I turn my computer on and I update it and make sure it's all done and ready.
There you go.
Good call, Bobby. Look at you.
Nice.
Bobby is very smart. He is. Thanos, great to see you. Carol Geis, fantastic to see you here. Scrolling through. We got Ronald Embry here as promised. He sent me a text earlier. We'll be there. Fantastic. And Bud, fantastic to have you here. Honor You 83, great to see you. Robin Brockop, fantastic to have you here. Welcome.
That's a new name, right?
Yeah, that's a new name. Like, welcome to it. And I'm glad you jumped into the chat. You weren't shy. Yeah. That's fantastic.
Right? Yeah, awesome.
We're all accepting
the frenzy.
Yep.
We're all accepting here. Ray Black, great to see you.
Must be no bingo tonight.
No bingo tonight. And we got this guy,
Hey.
Adam.
Hey,
that guy.
Duchess, fantastic to have you. All right. Okay. Scrolling through. Everyone's talking to one another, which is always great to see. Wow, everyone's really having a conversation. Well, that's because we took. Oh, Oz, by the way, we took forever to get started because Ben had a bunch of great slides, and I was stumbling over getting them divvied up because it was a large file, largest file ever for Toy Frenzy.
Even larger than one of mine?
Way larger. In fact, we may not even get to everything tonight, but I'm going to jump right into that conversation soon so we can. I was talking and scrolling at the same time, which is a horrible mistake to make. Let's see. I know. Oh, we got Eric Perryman. Great to see you. Pop actor. Fantastic. Great to see you here.
Wow,
Paint the face just like Adam said. Paint the face like Skeletor. Oh, Oz, you weren't here for this, but I found these at Target. Check out these colors.
Oh.
Somebody in the chat said it was like gender reveal skulls.
Yeah, totally. Totally.
That's awesome.
It was a boy. Oh, that's dark. That was really dark. I didn't talk about that before. That got real dark real quick.
Oh man. Okay. Hey, we got Joe here. Welcome to it, Joe. All right. Let's see. Oh man, I don't know. I think I got everybody. And there's a lot of in conversations happening in the chat. That's awesome.
You rattled off a lot of names.
I did. I ran them all off. I think I got to all of them. But first, Ben, would you do us a favor and tell us, before we do the big reveal and show off this amazing archive of stuff that you have gathered, which is only a small percentage of all of the work you put into this stuff. I mean, when exploring your Facebook page, it's just like mind-boggling. So tell us how you got into this. Tell us what got you started in this, down this archivist road.
Well, again, for those who don't know me, I'm Ben. I run a Facebook page called ORKO'S Keep. You know, like all of us as a little kid, I was born in the 80s, so I just turned 43 the other day. I had all the toys as a kid. You know, I still have them. After all these years, my mom and dad bought me a bunch of the vehicles, a lot of the characters. I mean, and it just kind of just kept them in a box for all those years. And then, you know, during early 2000s, the 200X line came out. And I jumped right on that. Of course, I was a 20-year-old kid just falling in love with He-Man all over again. But, you know, things were, you know, I was younger. I didn't have a lot of money, so I didn't get all the pieces that I wanted and things like that. And I slowly were collecting them. And then the classics came up and I just couldn't do it. So flash forward, now we're in 2020, right before the pandemic. I'm at Walmart. I go, He-Man and Skeletor on the shelf.
Yeah.
So, of course, I buy, you know, I'm digging through them like I need 2 or 3 of each one, you know, the whole 9 yards starting us off. And they only have 5 or 6 characters in the first wave. But during the pandemic, I got real bored one day and I was looking for coloring books. I remember having this huge collection of coloring books as a kid, you know, He-Man, G.I. Joe, Thundercats, you name it. And the He-Man stuff, I was looking online. There's nothing online. You can Google it. You'll get a couple, you know, basic images, but there was really nothing. And so what I started doing was collecting or purchasing on eBay just coloring books. And I started building a little archive. My goal was to put them all on some website. I was going to build some website, I had these dreams of grandeur, and I was going to just let people download them and not worry about it. Just have some kind of give back to the community. I've done a lot of digging in the internet searches. I was on, you know, he-man.org for a long time. I contributed a few things there, like some of the old books that were missing pages that were like uploads in it. So I bought them and I did all that. And then it just kind of snowballed. I started a another group on Facebook for toy collecting for the Origins and the WWE Motu versions of the WWE characters. And I just started meeting people from all over the place, and I started chatting and talking. And then I just all of a sudden something popped up one day. It's like these really cool comic books from, you know, Europe somewhere, or in, you know, England. And I was like, oh, I might get those. Those are kind of cool. And then it just went like wildfire. So my archive, I became like a museum curator overnight without even trying. I have hundreds and hundreds of comic books from the UK, Germany, Switzerland, Sweden, all kinds of different places, China, South America, Argentina, places like that. Plus all the, you know, the American comic books. Then it just went into this whole different direction of now I'm buying catalogs, I'm buying, you know, cross-sell artwork stuff that just rare, and board games. And I mean, my He-Man board game collection, you think of He-Man board games, we had, you know, 3 or 4 in the United States. There's 1 or 2 elsewhere. I have like over like 40 He-Man board games from around the world that most people have never even seen or heard of. And the idea was with ORKO'S Keep was to try to just showcase this stuff and just give it a home, let people see it. And I'll tell you what, Adam was one of the first ones that saw some of this stuff, and he put it on the Battle Ram blog. And I was like, holy crap, I'm getting blended with the big boys now.
Yeah.
And,
Right.
And it just kind of snowballed. I mean, I met a guy named Shawn. He's a hell of a cool guy. And he runs another He-Man group. It has like 13,000 members. And he's like, because we'll pump your numbers. So I was setting at like 20 members for like, I don't know, a year. And then all of a sudden now I'm up to 200 almost. And
that's wonderful.
4 months. So, I mean, it's slowly getting there, but I try it once or twice a week. I try to post something that's unique, that's not really showcased in a lot of places. Stuff that's a lot of foreign international stuff. And it's been a blast. It's really has.
Everybody, you should check out, if you're on Facebook, go down below in the information below this video. You'll find a link to Ben's ORKO'S Keep Facebook page. Definitely go over there and join that group. It's awesome. Very similar to Adam's Battle Ram blog. It's the gift that keeps on giving. So yeah, definitely go over there and check it out.
Yeah, thank you for that. Thank you.
Yeah, love it.
So I definitely brought some fun stuff to showcase tonight. If you guys want to get into
some yeah,
you can talk about whatever. I'm open game.
Yeah, that's great. Well, Adam, how did you find Ben?
Yeah, as I recall, I don't know. I think you just popped up in my feed. I don't remember how, but then oh no, you know what? actually no, now I remember. You actually joined my Patreon first.
I did. Yeah,
that's right. Sorry, the brain cells take a while to.
That's okay.
Start. And then you mentioned, I think in the Patreon chat, or that you had this group called ORKO'S Keep. I said, okay, I'll check that out. And I think like the next day or two, I looked it up. It's like, hey, this is some really interesting stuff. I haven't, a lot of groups or sites, you kind of see the same sort of scans over and over again.
Yeah, right.
So if I see something I haven't seen before, then that piques my interest. And there's a lot of things I just had never seen before. That just makes me happy.
And that was kind of my whole goal with this, is it wasn't trying to recreate He-Man.org's like file system or any of that stuff, or stuff that you post. There's been some crossbleed over, we talked recently about those golden books, and those are kind of like, it's like you said, open source at that point. Anybody can use them.
Right.
But a lot of the stuff I do is stuff that I've never seen. And I know most people haven't seen it, because a lot of it's international. So if you're here in the States, the United States, you're not going to see a lot of that stuff, especially back in the 80s, 90s, pre-internet, unless somebody went over there and brought it home to you, you just never saw it.
Yeah.
And that's what's fun about this is, I've just spent hundreds and hundreds of hours researching this stuff and trying to collect it. I'm working with like 15 people all around the world that are literally buying stuff for me on my behalf, and I buy it back from them, and
wow.
I get shipments every couple of weeks.
I love that.
Yeah, it's amazing the people you can meet up with and
Yeah.
work stuff out. It's cool like that.
Yeah.
It's a small world now because of the internet, and it's great.
Yeah, I mean, it's like when I started the Twitter, I did, I was talking to people from South Africa and Ireland. I mean, it's cool to reach out to everybody around the world.
Yeah.
It's cool.
Yeah.
It really is fun. And I've met so many cool people, not just from our own country, but, from all through Europe. I got a great buddy who is down in New Zealand. He buys toys. It's so expensive to ship stuff down to New Zealand.
Yes.
He buys stuff on eBay all the time. He sends it to my house. I rebox it up, and then I ship him huge packages at one time. Because every shipment, it's $150 no matter if it's this big or if it's a crate. It's all. It always costs the same almost.
Yeah.
So we load them up. But just meeting people all over the world. It's fun.
That's so great. Well, here we go with part one of a three-part series. You like my font there?
Well, you can actually read that.
It's legible. Yeah.
Okay, good. Yeah.
It's bigger.
I'm going to try and go smaller each episode.
Okay.
Until it's just a blank page.
Yeah. part one, a blank page. Oh my gosh. So I wanted to start with this deluxe color activity book. This really struck a chord with me when I started opening up these images, not just because of the great artwork inside, but also, what the heck, man, this activity book is massive. It would keep a child busy for a month. Easily, right? So do you want to tell us a little bit how you came upon this one? And the cover art's amazing too.
So the cover art is really cool. I wish I knew who the artist was on all these. I unfortunately don't on this one. I think Golden Book kind of had their staff, but they just recreated stuff. They might have borrowed images and redrew them kind of haphazardly. What I love about the cover is it's all the gold where his sword is sparking. That's all gold inlaid. So it's like embossed with like a metallic paint.
Yeah.
So it actually glimmers when you shift it. I wish I brought it. I didn't think about bringing it. But this coloring book activity, again, was started because I wanted to collect these coloring books. And what I noticed after buying a whole bunch of them, a lot of the coloring books use the same images. They just changed the cover. So you had the same maybe dozen or 2 dozen images. There'd always be something a little bit different in each one. But for the most part, it was the same images. When I stumbled across this one, I think I got this out of Canada off of eBay.
Okay.
And I don't think it's a Canadian book because I do have coloring books that are Canadian and they look different. They'll have be in French and English, a lot of them.
Yes.
But this one I got off eBay, and for the most part, it was pretty untouched. There were some images that were definitely messed up and colored. I'll kind of if you go to my page, you'll be able to see some before and after stuff of some of the restorations I do. But this is the whole book completely restored. I got rid of all the yellowing out of the pages. I re-inked everything all digitally. Cleaned up the background, straightened the pages. I mean, it's a process for sure.
So this is a 1986 book, and it makes a lot of sense because there's a lot of characters in here. We're going to go through. You sent me an image for every single page of this thing.
I did, yeah. So you can flip it through as many as you want.
Yeah, we're gonna jump right in. This really stood out to me because of the amazing line drawings. But it's really phenomenal that you were able to go in and remove the yellowing of the pages and re-ink some of this digitally.
Right.
And also I want to say that I'm not sure if they're in order based on what I did in organizing these. So
and that's okay. It doesn't matter because it's a coloring book. It's fun just to look at all the pictures.
Yeah.
So far, it looks like they're in order. So
okay, cool. Yeah. Starting right off, you've got these you've got Rio Blast, and then what was the name of this? The Stilt
Stalker.
The Stilt Stalker.
Yeah.
And that's later on in the line. So noting that it's 86, we get to see a lot of later in the line.
And that's real indicative too. If you go back one just for a second, the He-Man there, his chest armor, the Stilt Stalkers came with a special battle armor He-Man armor. So they were gray and blue stilts, and then there was a dark royal blue outfit that snapped together, and then of course the crest was red, bright red, like He-Man is normally. But it really looks indicative of the toy itself. It looks like they took some liberties of actually incorporating the toy into it.
Is that the same thing like they did with the jet sled? Is that the same same
Almost
armor?
the same.
Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah.
I never had the jet sled personally. I know what you're talking about, but I think so. Yes.
Okay.
I think it's just the back is a little different because they clip the jet sled
Right, yeah.
clips on the back, and
Yep.
then I think these might clip on the back too
Oh,
differently.
okay.
But
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was just curious because I
Yeah.
don't have the Stilt Stalker, so I don't know.
Yeah, yeah.
Gotcha.
Good old snout spout and extendar here.
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
So
Extend-
Extendar was probably the worst of the book, and everything was completely just scribbled all over.
Oh,
I actually
really?
went back and almost hand drew the entire thing
Wow.
before I re-inked it. I was able
Oh,
to do different light filters to get some of the lines, and I stenciled it and traced it, and that Extendar probably took me about a week to get fixed.
wow,
That's incredible.
But I think it came out pretty good, though.
I
Yeah.
wouldn't have even known if
Me
you
neither.
hadn't said
Right.
something.
yeah. I had no idea.
He's so tall. He's hugging that tall
The
rock
mountain.
there. Yeah, the mountain. All right, we got Rock On and Stone Dar.
Very cool looking guys.
The line art here is just amazing. It's so cool.
Should have filtered in
Yeah.
Twisted Sister's song real quick.
Stone Dar, they made him look more like Filmation-y,
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but not.
which ain't a
not
bad
much.
thing.
Yeah.
Right.
The Blaster Hawk. I love this image of the Sorceress and Orko. That's great.
Yeah, and it almost doesn't look like the Filmation. What do they call the white sorceress, the dark sorceress, or
Temple of Darkness, or
Yeah,
something.
Temple of Darkness.
it kind of looks to me. It looks like the white outfit. I mean, I get it's a coloring page. You can color it any way you
Yeah.
want. Visually, to me, my brain doesn't go to the orange and blue. It just doesn't feel the Filmation look to it.
Oh, Eric is asking us to go. Is he saying, hold on? Talk more about the Stilt Stalker armor? Is that what he's asking? Eric, is that what you're asking? We want to honor that if that's what you're asking for.
Yeah, try to clear that up a little. Let us know in the chat.
Yeah, we're happy to go back to that for you if you're interested. Prince Adam and Cringer. You know what I just kept thinking about, and primarily talking to Bobby here, but because he has a lot of tattoos, but I kept thinking about how so many of these images could be appropriated for tattoos.
Yeah, the lines are there, so it's just get it colored in. Yeah,
Sure.
Right.
Yeah, it's a neat image. I mean, you don't, and I'll tell you what, that's the only one I know of Prince Adam. Basically, as a solo picture like this. Most of them are He-Man. Prince Adams, and some of the coloring books will have like a little mini story, or I guess you would call it kind of like a comic book that you can color each image in. But Prince Adam will be in those, but he's usually not in his own standalone profile picture, which I thought this one was cool.
Yeah. I love this Roboto.
Yeah. Action stance.
Yeah, very cool.
It almost looks like all of his gears are like on the outside of his chest instead of the inside.
Right.
Yeah.
I really like
that.
I like when artists they interpret what they've been shown to if they're going to draw a character and they've seen like maybe a preliminary version of the action figure and they draw that, or and we see that a lot in Filmation too with certain characters. Like here's this character, Clawful, good luck.
Right.
And
there's Tila with the jet sled.
oh yeah, Tila with the
just
jet
talked about
sled.
Yeah, Tila with the jet
That's
sled.
right.
I'm working on an article on Jet Sled right now. Which is,
Are you?
I saw that. I was like, oh man, that's awesome. Perfect.
Yeah.
Love it.
Yeah, on Twitter I put the original jet sled on the Origins figure and it works just as good.
Nice.
So you can do them for both.
Oh, very
I'd
cool.
imagine he'd probably work a little bit better on an Origins figure, just because the added
Oh, yeah.
articulation and popping on like a second gripping hand.
Yep. But I mean,
Probably.
but the chest piece,
Yeah.
clips on both vintage and Origins.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
That is
it
cool.
works.
A really side note on Origins. Something really strange happened when I was at Target and I got the skulls and I was perusing the the origin stuff. Hordak, Buzzsaw Hordak, and Battle Armor He-Man were back on the shelf. Isn't that strange?
Yeah, I
And
saw
where
that.
was this at?
Yep.
At Target.
Yeah.
No kidding.
It's the only Origins figure I've seen in a long time. When I went to
Yeah.
Target, was Buzzsaw Hordak. It was weird. I was like, why would they bring this one out?
Why would they bring it back?
It was the
Or-
only one. It was just a single figure. And it was just
Yeah.
Hordak just sitting there and nobody else.
That was how I had gotten a Hordak. I found him at a Target, but that was like 2 years ago now.
Right.
Yeah, the Buzzsaw Hordak, right?
Yeah.
Yes. Yep.
Yeah, I didn't find the original one. I had to
the
order him
deluxe.
online.
Yeah. It was
Yeah, I got another jam clamp the other day, or clamp champ the other day at Target, which I was shocked.
That's so weird.
And I
Clamp
picked him
Champ's
up just
popping up
because
at
that was
Ollie's
spare.
too.
But I was like, wow, I haven't seen him for, I mean, God, 2 years almost, probably.
It was probably
Yeah.
stuck behind all the Halloween boxes.
Yeah.
When they put the
Yeah.
Halloween
That's
shit
what
out.
it is, yeah.
They
Right.
Oh, what about this stuff?
Right.
Um,
Yeah.
Clamp Champ's popping up at
was-
Ollie's.
Oh, really?
Yeah, yeah. If you got one near you, check it out. Or if anybody
what-
needs one,
What is Ollie's for us over here, Bobby?
I don't know what an Ollie's is.
Is it like because
I know it's like East Coast stuff.
they do factory or warehouse clearances. So like they buy huge lots of warehouses just trying to free up space. So they buy all the inventory.
maybe it's like
and-
maybe the equivalent over here might be DD's or
Adidas is more like a Ross.
oh, okay.
We have Ross out here.
Okay. Gosh, I don't know.
Where are all you guys at? I'm in Denver.
I'm East Coast.
You're East
I'm
Coast?
Cal-
Chicago.
Vegas.
Central
Oh, gotcha.
California.
Yeah, I know Denver's had a hell of a time trying to get the Origins. I mean, the first 3 waves, it was everywhere. And then all of a sudden, it's been Jitsu and Naked Stratos for a year and a half.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's been everywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
It's been rough since then.
But yeah, I was thinking about getting the Hordak because of that one head.
Yeah, it does have a
Yeah.
nice head.
The smiling Hordak face.
Yeah,
But he's, it's still normal price, and I don't know if it's. I already have an Origins Hordak. I don't know if it's worth it to get it just for the head. But anyways, that was just a side note.
Look,
What
you could use all
vehicle
the
is this?
extra Hordak heads possible. Okay.
Yeah, I guess that's
there's
true.
not enough. I'm hoping we get 2 more if they ever give us Hurricane Hordak.
Oh, there we
yeah.
go.
Yeah.
There's Eric with the
Yeah.
detail of the I knew the back was different.
Oh yeah. Go ahead, Bobby. What were you gonna say?
I was going to say you can just clip the jet sled on the back pack.
Right. So what is this? What is you may continue? What is this vehicle? Looks familiar to me, but
That's the oh gosh, what is it called? It's
Thunderhawk.
Laser bolt.
Laser bolt. Yeah, it's the laser
Thunderhawk.
bolt.
Laser
Thank you.
bolt.
okay.
I get the red ones mixed up.
It's the one where it like kind of props up almost like a battle station.
It has like a
Yeah,
front
it
wheel that
clips.
like TVs.
That's right.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
like a
That's
triangle. Yeah.
That's right. I got a kick out of this. Mossman's mace is diminutive there at the
It's
tip.
very
there.
tiny.
Yeah.
It's a little tiny.
It looks
He
more like a
also-
little scepter.
It's like
Yeah,
a nice.
Yeah.
He himself, I don't know if it's the scaling of the drawing, but it almost looks like he's a giant climbing down the side of a mountain and
Yeah.
stepping
Right.
into a field.
I think it's just a stance. Yeah.
it is. It's the way
Yeah.
he looks in the picture.
Right.
But
He made him look like he's huge. Yeah.
I kind of like the idea of Moss Man being a giant. That's what
Well,
we
he could
need.
be.
Guys.
Doesn't he stretch and all that kind of crap?
Yeah, he can kind of
Yeah.
grow.
Yeah,
Swamp
sure.
Thing esque. So
I just want to know what animal he's teasing down in the lower left-hand corner. It looks like he's having a blast teasing a possum or something.
Yeah,
Poking it.
I don't know.
he's poking it with a stick.
Yeah.
Right.
Is it dead?
The Ohio rats.
The Ohio That's exactly. Yeah.
They're on a rampage.
So the Orko here is my Facebook logo.
Oh yeah, yeah,
Oh,
Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah.
Also
Okay.
the logo that I sent you the other day, Skelly. And
yeah.
I actually I digitally colored it and to make it my logo. I thought, why not? So I took letters. If you see the letters at the bottom of each page, I tried to get enough letters to make the word keep. So I did ORKO'S keep.
Nice.
So if you guys go to my page, you'll be able to see the full thing later.
I can.
I did pretty good, I think. Came out pretty good.
I'll go back 12 slides real quick and just show it real quick. There it is. On the left
So there it is right there. Yep.
Side. Yeah, that's cool.
It is cool.
So Bud's chiming in with it being that Moss Man was harassing Stinkor.
Yep.
Oh,
Actually, that's not his mace. It's a can of Febreze.
There you go.
He's harassing Otifice.
Yeah, that makes him become Stinkor.
Yeah.
I'm tired of this green dick picking on me.
Yep. I love this buzz off illustration too.
Yeah.
Right.
His
It's
eyes
really
look
neat.
great. Yeah.
I've never seen a buzz off rendered like that in any
No.
vintage material at all.
It's great.
He's almost got a little bit of a modulok thing going on with the face.
Right?
Mhm.
Yeah, he's so different from what we're used to because he's got like actual hands, not the clawed hands. He
Mhm.
doesn't
Yeah,
have like
right.
the ribs down his legs or arms.
Yep.
Yeah.
But I kind of dig it. I think it looks pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Orca's kind of badass in this picture.
He
Orko's
always-
always
he's
badass.
really kind of firing on all cylinders in this picture. He's not the bumbling.
Yeah.
clown. He's like I'm a badass.
Yeah.
This is the Orko that said bye Felicia to Scareglow.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah, we all understand that Orko is badass, but for people who are just watching the cartoon, they're like, who is this bumbling idiot?
Right.
That
Yeah.
buzz off face looks kind of like reminds me of the Phantom of the Paradise with that helmet.
Oh, totally.
Nice.
That's totally
Yeah.
it. Brian
Yeah.
De Palma. All right. Sorry, I nerded out there. So
Whoa.
this Terror
Terror
Claw
Claw
Skeletor.
Yeah.
Like looks real terrifying.
Yeah. I'm coming
I think
to get you.
Yeah.
I think it's
That's
because he's
another-
not wearing the Venice Beach top in this one.
Yeah. He doesn't have
Menacing.
the halter top.
Yeah.
But he's also got like human feet with like boots, like turned down
Yeah,
boots, which is
yeah.
interesting.
Well, you guys picked this shit out quick. I look at this. I didn't even pick that stuff out right away. And I've looked at these things millions of times. It's like maybe my brain doesn't work as fast, I guess.
I just like that he's doing this. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right?
So if you look at Evil Lynn, to me, it looks like she's almost wearing Tila's outfit.
Yeah, it's true.
Mhm.
It's because it's not colored. If you look
And
at the
that's
toy,
probably what it is. Yeah.
Yeah.
they are wearing the same outfit. One's just painted slightly different than the other. So
Yeah.
when it's not painted at all and you see all that white, you automatically associate white with Tila.
Sure. I guess that makes sense, Oz. Absolutely.
So
She has the little. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, you go ahead first.
I was just saying she has the really short sort of staff, which
Yeah.
she has like that's like the cardback art. She has that like the Errol McCarthy art, like the early concept. It's interesting that still in '86 that they're not drawing exactly from the toy; they're drawing from those early sources.
I still prefer the short staff myself.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're all contemplating that right now. What do we prefer?
I do. I like this. I would have it like her with the little short one, and instead of
There
using
you
the
go.
tall one, I got the little small staff.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
Very cool.
I prefer that over.
It's very interesting. I think it's very interesting to see that some of these illustrations look like they were looking at the toy, and some of the illustrations look like they were looking at something else.
Yep.
Yeah.
Definitely.
I'm
Or
fascinated.
cartoon.
I would love to see. I would just love to see a documentary on some of these artists that were like the mystery artists that were never credited for these
Sure.
things.
Yeah.
I bet you it
So-
wouldn't be as glorious as you think it would be of a documentary. They probably like, it was just something that came across my desk. I drew it and I threw it over there, and that was it. I don't
A lot of
remember.
them-
I don't remember
A
doing.
lot of
it.
them say that.
Yeah.
So
that would be
I was,
be more interesting.
Yeah.
smoking a doobie on my lunch break, and the dude came by and said, "Hey, look at that rock!" And I was like, "Oh, that's an action figure."
he was definitely smoking a doobie with these Snake Men pictures.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're a
Yeah.
little wonky looking, but they're just very cool because they're just so original.
Yeah.
I want to say, let's see. Oh yeah, that's it. That's it. At least the King Hiss. That one is kind of copied from like the style guide, the Errol
Right.
McCarthy art on the style guide. Might be the others as well. Oh, and you also get something similar like that tongue lasher. You see him like that in the UK annual from '89. He kind of looks like that.
Okay.
I like that Rattler. Looks like he's photobombing. He's just like, hey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Rattler's face is very. You guys remember the movie Dreamscape?
I don't think I've ever seen it.
Oh man, it's got.
I know the name. I just don't know the movie.
Yeah, Dennis Quaid.
Oh, that's
I
probably
think
why I
it's
haven't seen
Dennis
it.
Quaid. Not Randy Quaid. Dennis Quaid.
No, I know you.
He's like a. They're like. It's a. There's some science project and they're jumping into people's dreams and there's this bad guy in it. You'd recognize the bad guy instantly. He was in Commando. He was in Twin Peaks. He was in all kinds of things. I forget the name of that actor, but a little guy who was real feisty. But he transforms into a cobra in one of the last scenes in this dream sequence, and his face looks very similar to this Rattler.
Yeah. Yeah, Rattler's weird. He's got like a human nose for some reason.
Yeah.
Yeah, he does.
Oh,
So
this is
creepy.
cool.
That Dragstore's cool.
Dragstore looked
right?
great.
Yeah,
And
you don't
it's
see a lot of
funny.
dragstore art.
Right.
No, I've never really been a huge fan of Dragstore, but he looks rad in this picture.
Yeah, he's running instead of like gliding or something. So it's kind
Yeah.
of
The elbows up, sliding
Yeah.
across the floor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think I don't think the toy had boots like that, did it? It looks like
I don't
Almost-
remember.
I believe
almost filmationized, maybe.
I don't think they're that tall up to his. I don't remember.
Well, they don't appear
See.
that tall.
Right.
Oh.
Stubby
Because
legs.
his legs look more stubby. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Okay. They're different, but they're not like they're not like night and day different, but they're not quite
No.
like that.
Right.
Yeah.
Look at the size difference on Hordak's left versus right arms.
Yeah.
Yeah, the proportions a little off there.
It's
Yeah.
fantastic.
Super.
So I did just pull up Dragstore real quick, but yeah, his boots definitely come all the way up to his knees. It just looks so different
Yeah.
not being in toy form.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because the knees don't bend.
But he does
They're-
have
they're not
weird looking
bent.
boots.
Yeah, they are. Yeah.
I don't think I ever noticed it until now.
I like Dragstore. He's cool. Look, I just like looking at him. He's neat
He is
looking.
neat.
I like his
Yeah.
face.
I like his
Yeah.
color too, with the
Yeah, it's-
blue and the orange.
Yep.
Looks nice.
That's right, pop actor Sully from Commando.
There you
I
go.
can't remember that actor's name, but he's real good. Monstroid coming out of the slime
Yep.
or mud
It's
or
going to be on
whatever.
the next fan vote,
Mhm.
Monstroid.
And rightly
Is it?
so.
Well, it shouldn't be a fan vote. It should be automatically made.
Should just happen.
I know. Needs to
Yeah.
happen.
Look
I
at
have
the
the vintage.
triumphant horde trooper here. Like,
Yeah.
He's very stout. He's in command, it looks like.
yeah,
He's confident.
he's very
It looks like
confident.
it's the Hordak propaganda poster, you know. We'll take it for you for the team, you know.
We want you.
Yeah, join the army.
Yeah.
What you don't see is what's behind him in the picture.
Yeah.
He-Man just about to scare the hell out of him.
I
Yep.
thought you were going to say he's naked back there.
Oh, yeah, right. Hey, he's got like one of those little bolts he untakes off and it just swings the little flap down, you know. Sorry.
Yes, pop actor David Patrick Kelly. Yes, thank you.
There.
Folks, you should go watch every movie that David Patrick Kelly has ever been in and every TV show. And in fact, it's a good reason to rewatch Twin Peaks if you haven't. All right, just had to say that.
Twin Peaks is a
Um,
great to go watch. Yeah.
Oh, man, love it. Love Twin Peaks.
Mantisaur.
That's another one
Nice.
that should just happen. In
Yeah.
order-
Need it.
Shouldn't
Oh,
be
I
any
agree.
question.
And it better have the action feature.
Yeah. Yes. Do any of you guys have a Mantisaur, a vintage
I
one?
do. Yes,
I
I
You
do.
do?
Somebody
I
up there does.
Yeah. That's cool. And then Panther looks just great.
It's pretty hard to mess up how cool Panther is.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It's a cool image of it though. I mean, the way he's posed, that's a neat pose.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Kind of want to
that's a good one.
put some flocking on him. Like I'm gonna flock the coloring book
Right?
Yeah.
just to be uniform.
See, that's what Panther's behind the Horde Trooper. That's why the Horde Trooper's like he's scared. He's not, defiant. He's like, oh
Like,
my
if
god, I'm gonna get attacked.
I heard if you don't move, they can't see you.
Exactly. He's standing right between the two.
Yeah,
That's what it is. That Horde Trooper stuck between Monstroid, Mantisaur, and Panther. It's like, oh shit.
Mantisaur looks like he's just hanging out. Like, hey guys, what's happening?
Yeah.
Came out some
He looks kind of like relaxed.
He's kind of like
That's what it is. He's coming out. It's not slime. He's at a spa.
Yeah.
I must have put that one in there twice on accident.
I did. I'm laughing at myself for that. But I love this illustration of Grizzlor makes me so happy for some reason.
All right. This Grizzlor.
It's just basically
kind of
me.
remind anybody. He looks kind of like Harry and the Hendersons with scowl on his face.
Right?
It's how I feel every morning. Yeah.
Tell us more.
No.
John Lithgow is playing Mantena.
John Lithgow.
Right? Yeah, Mantisaur's Harry and the Hendersons, man.
Oh, I was like, whoa, that's really interesting. How did you see John Lithgow in Mantena there? But I get it. Harry.
Behold
I
the
ain't gonna
glory.
lie.
That is me.
Yeah, exactly.
I ain't gonna lie, I kind of want John Lithgow to voice Mantena now. Just
John Lithgow's awesome.
John Lithgow can do no wrong.
No.
Right.
even when he's playing a serial killer, he's still like amazing.
And check out this Spikor. He makes me so happy.
Yeah.
That's a cool Spikor.
Bud had a comment about Spikor earlier.
Oh,
About the terror claws, like they look like
Yeah.
they could go with Spikor.
oh yeah.
He said if you put them on Spikor, the color match is like exact, and
Oh.
the spikes on the wrists really go well with his armor.
Oh, that's cool.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
If y'all aren't satisfied with the little pop-on accessory trident, just go slap some terror claws on.
There you go.
Bob Actor, Marty Feldman is Montana. Yeah, absolutely.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Wow.
Walk this way.
I'll take the blonde. You take the one in the turban.
Blucher. Sorry, we're just going to be quoting Young Frankenstein now. And I love Modulok back there. Very organic looking.
Leech in the background.
Leech. So good.
Yeah.
These illustrations make me so happy.
Why are you talking that way?
I thought you want me to.
No, I'm easy.
Stinkor, Web
stinking it
Store.
up.
Yeah. His stink is extreme in this photo.
I always love
Right.
Stinkor.
Yeah,
Gotta love
it's one
him.
of my favorites.
I'm gonna say though, there's not a whole lot to color in that picture. You know, I mean, I guess you gotta fill in a lot of black, but then you're gonna lose his arm muscles and everything.
Yeah.
Put that little white stripe down there.
Yeah. Yeah. Web Store's getting old.
He's
Like,
stuck. That's what it is.
He's been stuck there for years.
Guys, I fell in this crevice. Anybody?
stuck in his own webs.
Oh
I
man.
lost my grappling hook.
Poor guy.
He stuck his foot in it.
Uh-huh. This is making us say, can you tell how happy this is making us, Ben?
Oh, absolutely. No, this
Just
is cool.
being
I love
goofy
your,
over it.
I like listening to all your guys' thoughts on it. It's fun.
Yeah. Too bad just looks badass. He just looks
Yeah, he does.
great.
Yeah.
It's a cool
He
pose.
is hard to make not look cool. Like
Yeah.
no matter what version of Too Bad you see, he is a badass.
Yeah.
They're just checking out their own nails. They'll make sure they're painted right.
They're checking out their own muscles. Yeah, mine's pretty good. How's yours? Mine's great.
About ready to, kiss the
Gun
gun show.
Oh man, there's the Fright Fighter.
Fright Fighter. Oh
Yeah.
man, it's such a good vehicle. I can't wait.
Yeah,
That's one that needs to happen like real soon.
They should have stretched it though, where it's kind of like tilting down or up, so they can make it look longer.
Yeah,
Yeah,
actually,
Crammed it in between the two.
it looks really
sides of
stubby.
it. Yeah.
Yeah, it does.
Mhm.
Later in the book, you'll see the Fright Fighter again. It's a 4-page poster.
Oh wow.
It's at a cool angle. You'll see it's towards the end of the book, which is quite a ways away from this where we're at the moment.
Wow.
This coloring book has like almost 140 pages or something.
Oh jeez.
Yeah.
It's a huge activity book. So Skele might have to flip through it a little faster. I don't know.
Yeah, I think I might. Thank you for the reminder. I think I might have to do that. Let me just. So all this is just so cool. This little story, the snake pit. Cringer like that. If I was gonna get a tattoo of a tiger, this is the tiger. I get the one on the right hand side. Where his face is like don't hurt me.
Dude, I know a guy that if you hand him a picture of a fierce tiger, he'll make him look like that.
I know a few of those people too.
It only cost you $20 too, I promise.
Yeah,
He does it out of his mom's basement.
with a big pen.
So
Been there, done that.
there's a question from Eric. He's saying, is there any way to print these pictures? He likes to color still.
Ooh,
So-
man.
Eric, that's a great question. Right now, this particular book is on ORKO'S Keep on Facebook, but if you reach out to Skele and shoot me your email, I'll make sure you get a full digital copy of the whole book.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah,
Nice.
I know we actually have a really big friend of the show, Allison Troy, where she actually does coloring as her YouTube thing. So
Oh, awesome. Yeah.
we'll have to let her know.
There's virtually the same King Hiss that we saw.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty close. So what's funny about this picture in particular, that's Cringer inside the cage.
Yeah.
So Battle Cat's this gigantic cat. Cringer's this tiny little thing, apparently.
Well, even then, like a couple frames before this, Cringer looks kind of massive, and there he looks like an overgrown house cat.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Like a slightly larger, a bobcat? Like he went from being a small, like cheetah-like size to a bobcat.
Oh man, I just want to do these activities.
I just did the whole snake tangle thing. I was like looking at it.
There's a ton of like little games and stuff in this book, which makes it fun too.
That's great.
They really held no holds barred as far as activities in the title. It truly is an activity book.
I mean, when I was first looking through these, I was just blown away that this is all just in one book,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's so cool. King Hiss in his normal form, just like checking out surfing the internet.
Yep.
FaceTime with Skeletor.
Yep.
So, how you planning on taking on Grayskull this weekend?
I don't know. I got a bunch of muffins I'm cooking in the stove. I might not have time.
Right next to me.
I'm gonna go hit Home Goods afterwards.
There's a sale for Halloween stuff. So
Need
Oh,
to
man.
spruce up Snake Mountain. Yeah, you take care of that.
just wipe your feet before you enter.
We gotta do welcome mats. The Halloween stuff came in.
Yeah. Welcomes to our homes.
Gonna have a hiss off with Cobra Commander.
There you go.
Hey man, things are heating up on Jelly-Eyed Kraken at Snake Mountain.
Oh, it's
Y'all
true,
have been
yeah.
getting the updates.
Yep.
Darth
Yeah.
Vader just whooped Cobra Commander's ass.
As it should be.
Right?
I love Skeletor's squished head here.
Yeah, it's like they ran out of room. So like, well, we'll just push it down a little bit.
Yeah.
You can't chop off the top of his hood, so just make his face a little scrunchy.
Yep.
It's like those people that make those signs. You got the real big lettering, and then the lettering gets smaller so they can fit the whole word in.
It's like
That old
they
clip
couldn't,
art from Word documents. It just went.
Yeah.
couldn't have just chopped off part of his boots to make him really fit into the frame. No. Squish his head.
Oh
It was
man,
an
it's
art
great to see this vehicle in action.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, the Blaster
Yeah.
Hawk.
It doesn't
Yeah.
get a lot of love.
No. The laser cannon on top of Eternia kind of looks a little bit like this, right?
The kind of like
the
rail
Eternia
system
playset?
that it
Yeah.
sits in.
Yeah,
Yeah.
if you look towards the picture with the wording, it right where it connects to the tracks, where it's that
Yes.
arch, that kind of does that. Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
but it's slightly different though. So now Battle Cat breaks out that either tiny cage or he just got massively big. Also, I don't know. The consistency isn't real even here.
He
I
found
love
his steroids.
I love that in Eternia they use master locks.
Yeah,
I went
Dragon
the lock be on the outside, like flying the other way, not like inside.
Right.
I'm glad that company is making locks for Eternia too.
Well, they're the number
Busy.
one locksmith around the globe and apparently through different galaxies. So,
That's right. Dragon Blaster
right.
Skeletor has one.
yeah. He's got a big old one too,
Mhm.
specially made for dragons, so it can't melt it off.
Comes with a skeleton key.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
I thought that was funny.
I did. I chuckled.
I really like the way Beastman looks in
Yeah,
this picture
Beastman.
too.
Yeah.
He looks fantastic.
Mhm.
It's so cool. Some of the quality of the illustrations are hit and miss.
It is. That's how a lot of these are in this book.
Yeah, love it.
Oh,
Because they had different artists just popping in to work on a page or two, and then it was
Yeah.
another artist.
Yeah.
Or it was just one artist, and the guy was getting tired at certain days. That's why some of them look better than others.
Mhm.
Sure.
Smoking that
That too.
doobie. Got real tired after lunch.
200 pages, Bob. I need it by Tuesday.
Yeah.
Damn.
All right, I got this. Busting out great ones for like the first 48 hours. You're like, shit, it's Monday. I really got to finish this up. I still got like
Yeah.
150 pages to go.
He might be drunk there, Pop Actor.
Yeah, I think so. And I that made me think it would be great to hear Mr. Home Arcade narrate all of this sequence.
yes.
You want me to see if he's available?
Oh, this is great. I mean, come on. These illustrations are so cool.
I'm really
Yeah.
digging how they drew the sorceress in this because,
Mhm.
with all those feathers,
Yeah.
that's not really easy. And they did a really good job.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got the classic Prince Adam pose,
Yeah.
holding on
Oh,
to his
yeah.
belt.
Definitely.
Oh, he's got to keep his fur trunks up.
That's right.
Oh man.
So this you'll probably want to just kind of skim through pretty quick.
Yeah. The cutouts are great.
Little
The
board
maze-
game.
Oh, the board game, I mean. The upside down
Yeah.
cross.
Whoa.
Oh wow, look
Spider.
at that.
Nice.
Spider.
Spider. And look at what Skeletor is wearing. If you look closely, like
Oh yeah.
it almost looks like the movie costume. Although this was
Yes.
before the movie, so I don't know.
Yeah.
Can we full screen that for a second? Try to get it a little bigger?
No. Well, maybe I don't know how to do that. Actually,
Well, I think it comes up again maybe
Oh.
in this book.
There you go.
There we go. So now.
Oh, I thought you
peering
meant
in.
zoom. Yeah. Wonder if there is a way to zoom it, but
Yeah, it's very, very interesting. His outfit is so different from how it normally would. His face almost looks like a Shy Guy from Mario.
Yeah. it does.
Yeah.
yeah.
I don't know if maybe it's supposed to be like battle armor somehow. I don't know what that is.
That's what I thought right away.
Is it kind of similar
Yeah.
to Dragon Blaster a little bit? No, because
No.
Dragon Blaster
It's,
doesn't have
it's kind of a
stripes
unique
that come down.
one-off piece. It's his own deal there.
Well, maybe. I don't know.
Somebody was like, "Here, draw a muscle dude with straps and a skull for a face," and that's Skeletor. And the guy was like,
Mhm.
"Yeah, I got you."
Yep. Slimy Rescue.
Ooh,
Nice.
the
There you
slime pit.
Look, Hordak has a full-on nose in that.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah, he does, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Hordak ain't got no nose.
And Rio Blast forgot to wear the back of his chaps.
Whoa!
Oh,
Well, wait a minute. What's going on here?
it's the
Then?
first thing Skelly noticed right away when he printed this
Rio
picture out.
Blast.
You got to
Blast.
color that in flesh tone.
Rio Blast's wearing assless chaps, and
Yeah.
He-Man's got his harness off over on the next one. too.
And they're hiding behind rocks.
What were they? What's going on here?
They're very
Laser
comfortable in that
message.
cave.
So for anybody that does graffiti out there watching this show, I want to see this on a wall somewhere in the near future.
That's right, people. We're promoting you to go commit vandalism. Do it.
right.
That's right.
It's just not in our neighborhood.
Yeah.
Reminds me of a meme I have. Oh, sorry. It's somebody.
Do you take
Did
something
a-
for that?
Yeah, quite frequently I take a couple pills a day. No, it's somebody spray painted on the like on this lady's fence or something like that. It said like "I eat ass," and then like somebody came
Wow.
later and painted over it like matching the spray paint, and it says like "I eat casserole" instead. It's like not in my neighborhood, buddy.
That's funny. That's funny.
I thought
Okay.
so.
Look at Skeletor. His feet. He's like barefoot and with no shin guards, and so is
Nada.
Webster.
So is Webster.
They've got the
Yeah.
same feet.
They have the same exact left foot.
Even the
hands are the hardest to draw. So
even the
Yeah.
right foot's the same. They just got it angled slightly different.
Oh, yeah.
Mhm.
It's the
That's
same
true.
exact scale.
Look at how wonky that one toe is.
It's
Yeah.
so awkward.
Well, he was wearing really tight boots for a while, and they just messed up his toes.
You know, he accidentally he kicked his little conference table, and
Oh,
we all
yeah.
know how that can go.
they don't have
Yeah.
Dr. Scholl's in Eternia.
Right? Yeah.
Dr. Schollor.
It's 'cause they
Yeah, Scholar.
look
Yeah.
at took a look at Whiplash's feet. He was like, "What are those?" I know Whiplash isn't in there, but you know he's got that weird giant
That's true.
clawed foot.
Yeah.
And now we
And-
get some Dragon Walker love.
Yep.
Love it.
Dragon
Yeah.
Walker.
a great
Slowly getting you
illustration,
to
yeah.
battle.
Good solid shadows. It's nice. Emerald Knight, good to see you.
Hey, Emerald
Going
Knight.
on, brother.
I hate my reflection.
Yeah, I know, right?
Why isn't it listening to me?
Well, they
Hey,
told
man.
him the mirror on the walls, and who's the ugliest of them all, and they showed him like six
Yeah, that's
times. So,
This comic strip's called He-Man's Bad Day.
yeah.
So I missed this earlier, but Thanos Copter was saying about the Rio Blast and He-Man picture.
Oh,
Must
yeah.
be Wednesday.
Yeah.
You just gave him an idea.
Yep. Land Shark looks great here too.
Yep.
Man.
Land Shark's cool. And if
Yeah.
you got the Bashosaurus at the top on the other
Oh,
page.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
And then there's the flight or what's it called?
Fright
Fright Fighter. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Mm,
That's number 2, I think.
Yep. Now, check out this Hordak.
Yeah, Hordak's kind of. I think he's wearing
Oh,
assless
it
chaps,
is?
too, to be honest with you.
Right?
What?
Yeah.
That
and
is
look
weird.
Look at He-Man's sword.
It got scared.
Well, I think this is the whole concept of his.
Blame him. It's a little cold
Okay.
outside, and he's only wearing furry underwear.
ORKO'S
Like-
doing some magic. He's screwing up. I think that's what's happening here.
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah. And Castle Grayskull's all funky.
Castle Grayskull looks like the Origins Skeletor that has the articulated jaw.
I was gonna say,
Mhm.
yeah, Castle Grayskull picked the jaw bridge up off the ground.
Yeah, that's
like
this
medieval
is
times.
Hilarious. Medieval times.
Right?
Totally.
Come in and catch the show, except the sword flopped over.
Oh, look at Buzz-Off's eyes in this.
That is weird.
Some stuff. This is like I'm gonna have nightmares of this tonight.
Right?
It's like Dan Aykroyd in
Wait a
1941.
minute, was that
Totally.
Remember that?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's
that-
a funny thing.
okay?
Hello,
for a second
it's
there, I thought-
Mr. McGregor. Arm for a leg, or a leg for an arm, and arm for a leg.
So
This is the stuff
picture-
of nightmares too.
I was gonna say, this picture of Verbato is what started modularity in Masters of the
Yeah,
Universe.
what the heck is
Somebody was like, make this ginormous hand look like a leg, turn the other one around backwards.
This is John Carpenter's Roboto.
Yeah.
It's just
Skeletor shot me apart, and Man at Arms put me back together drunk.
That's what happens when you fall asleep at a party.
Wow.
I hope that didn't happen to you, Bobby. That's a horrible party.
No,
You have lousy friends.
Took him
Well,
years
I'm
to
the-
get
I'm the
his
lousy
leg back
friend.
down.
You're the one.
Yeah, I'm the lousy friend.
What the hell is that even?
And look at that guy.
Is that a wheel, or like when did his wheel move
it's
all the way
dragster
down?
for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't
But who's
remember
the
his
real-
wheel being that low.
No.
Yeah.
Come for a ride.
What kind of experiment is this, Hordak?
Yeah, right.
Yeah. Well, look at who the heck
My
is that?
junk.
Is that supposed to be Hordak down there?
Yeah.
Hordak.
Apparently, but he looks
But
like a
what's-
lizard.
I
Yeah.
was gonna say this looks like a giant dragstore-esque statue, and Whiplash without a tail is
Uh-huh, yeah.
chiseling it.
Yes, chiseling it. That's what I thought of too.
Like, just carving it out. And he's like, it'll be really funny if I move his wheel down to his junk.
Mm-hmm.
His training wheels.
Is it? Like, look at the Snake Mountain behind him too.
I love that Snake Mountain. This is my favorite. Now it's my favorite Snake Mountain. I want to make one that looks like that.
For sure.
Yeah, like
Yeah, that's pretty
I don't
cool.
know. The demon face with the horn in the middle kind of throws it off for me.
I
I guess
love it.
I'm just so used to that Muppet style looking
Yeah,
face
yeah.
thing. Like, you know.
Hey, I gotta leave the room for just a second. I'll be right back.
Sure, no
Okay.
problem.
All right.
All right.
This is a fabulous Evil Lynn. Like she's great
Yeah.
here.
Yeah, it's a neat picture.
Yeah.
She's almost looking quite like what's the word? I want to say elegant, but not quite.
To me, she looks kind of disco tech.
Yeah.
Very
Yeah.
disco. Yeah, there we go.
And Leech looks great here too. Like
Yeah.
the real,
Right.
just the Leech, the version of Leech that I prefer.
Yeah.
Very
yeah, that
cool.
more filmation style.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Well, I mean, they couldn't really draw the toy version. All you'd see is this giant.
It's a circle, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just laughing at Cringer's face here. Hey guys.
Got allergies.
See,
I'll put
Well,
a
he did,
little
didn't he?
adjuster to
Didn't-
that.
I'm allergic to anything.
Oh man, so good.
So this is towards the end of the book. This is 4 separate pages, and it makes a giant poster that you can tape together.
Oh
So
yeah.
what I
That's
did-
cool.
So what I did though is that you go to the next frame, you'll see what it looks like. I photoshopped it all together.
Oh,
Oh,
that's
nice.
so cool.
So that's what it looks like if
That's
you had
a-
all 4 quadrants put together.
That's a really good, solid coloring piece too.
Oh, it really is. It's a neat one. This one I was telling you guys about, they had the blaster hawk that kind of at a better angle, not so
Mhm.
stubby.
Yeah.
Bobby, if you don't have a full back tattoo yet, this is it.
Yeah. No, I already
There
got
you
stuff
go.
on my back. I can't do that.
Oh,
And I think this might be the last page of the coloring book so the cringer here was in between each page, and I photoshopped all 3 pictures in one picture together.
Nice. Yeah, that's good to do. I always hated that when they did that with the coloring books.
So this got tagged in your slideshow.
Yep.
So that's the end of the coloring, but this many faces paper cutout gun. This thing is super cool. It's like it's 8.5 by 11. It folds out and it will actually do like a 3-dimensional gun that you can put all the pieces together.
Wow.
I've had a lot of people try to buy this from me. I've never seen this one until I found it. I just stumbled across it. I was like, oh, I got to get this.
Yeah, that's amazing.
I think I found it on one of the toy groups on Facebook. Somebody was pawning it off, and I was like, I'll take it. I don't care what it costs.
I've never seen this before.
No.
Right?
I wouldn't have even known it existed if we didn't have you on here right now.
Right.
Yeah, I'd never heard about this before ever. A paper Manny faces gun. That's
And I
just so
forget what it says. I think it says 83 on the bottom. I can't remember because I don't have the zoomed in version of it.
Yeah, 83.
Okay.
Does it? Okay.
Yeah.
But it is a cool piece because it actually folds down the middle. It kind of makes like a 3-dimensional gun. I think that 2 rectangles at the top kind of fill in the gap, so it's almost like it's it kind of makes a 3-dimensional kind of look like thing.
Yeah,
That's cool.
that is great.
But yeah, totally unique, kind of cool piece, and that's kind of things I like to showcase, stuff like that.
Yeah, that's a great one.
All right, that's it for part 1. Shall we venture into part 2?
Sure.
Let's do it.
Yes.
Okay, here we go. Part 2.
Is that smaller?
It's a little smaller.
Might be slightly.
That was the last one was 30 point font. This is 29 point font, and we'll get down to 28 for part 3.
Good eye, Bobby.
Sure.
So this is something I created. I was messing around in Photoshop, and I did this a couple years ago during the pandemic, and I took the best, clearest, most pristine cross-cell art that I could find on the internet. I mean, I spent weeks and weeks, and I put them all together. I photoshopped each one of them, trying to clean them all up. You'll see there is a couple characters that are more realistic toy pictures, like Montana is one. They didn't do like that real crisp 1983 or 1982 cross-cell art, like hand-drawn, like especially the 8-back style. But I also do a Wondar in there just for the hell of it. He's on the 3rd row from the bottom.
I saw him. I was like,
Oh, nice.
Just for fun. And I did this for my first anniversary Christmas on my other toy group. And I did it as wrapping paper. So this image is actually, I got the better image where it's tilted diagonally, and it's like 30 feet by whatever wrapping paper is, 24 inches or 36 inches. I forget what I did it at.
right.
But you can actually get it printed if somebody wants to do that.
Oh,
That's why I did that to make it kind of fun for that.
Yeah, I mean, like the detail that you went to make sure that every figure that was released in the vintage line, because I see you even included Laser Power He-Man and Laser Light Skeletor.
Yep.
Like getting those in the Giants, like they came out, they just weren't here in the U.S. So like,
right, it was just we knew about them, but we just didn't get them. And I'm pretty sure I got every single character on this.
I can't think of any that you're missing. No, not from just Masters of the Universe.
Right, and I didn't do any of the She-Ra, the Princess Pop stuff. I just wanted just the Motu stuff, but this is all cross-cell artwork. That's what I specifically wanted to use.
Gorgeous.
Oh, that's beautiful.
And I could shoot you guys better copies of this too, where you guys actually see it, zoom in on it, and really look, because I spent a lot of time on this. I went individually each single character and touched up with Photoshop and tried to make it as good as possible.
Yeah, Ben, in the images that you sent me, was that the highest resolution version?
I believe so. I'll double check. I'm pretty sure it was, but I'll double check.
Cool.
But yeah, you can pass all the files to the guys later if they want to see them, or I can get everybody links to the files that we're looking at today if anybody wants to have some copies.
Yeah,
Well,
that's great.
Also, everybody, if you go ahead and join ORKO'S Keep, on Facebook, if you have Facebook, everybody in the chat should be going and joining ORKO'S Keep right now.
That's right. That's right. Go do
That'd
it.
be awesome. I'd appreciate
sure.
it. The more the merrier.
Do it now.
Do it now.
Come on.
So yeah, this was just something fun I created. I just thought I'd showcase it for you guys just to see it.
I love it. I could see this even being wallpaper for collector's room,
Right.
Well, sure. Oh yeah.
I love Thanos here mentioning, can you imagine opening up a package wrapped in this and there's no masters? You have like a Batman toy or something in there. You get socks, and they're not even Ghostbuster socks or He-Man socks.
That's right.
It's the white socks with the stripes.
So jump into the comic books here. So this is I've already showcased issue number 1 on ORKO'S Keep. This is the Italian dell'Avventura, which is the adventure team, or team adventure, however you want to translate it. So these are all original stories. These are He-Man stories that featured, first of all, He-Man, Masters of the Universe, Big Jim, and then this particular one has Voltron in it.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, nice.
So these are all original Italian stories. These are pretty hard to come by. I only got a handful of them. I have the entire run digital, but I try not too often to put stuff on ORKO'S Keep that I don't scan because I don't think the quality is usually as good.
Mm-hmm.
I have a $6,000 copy machine that I run my business out of the house with, and it scans this, up to 600 DPI.
Wow.
And I try to get really high quality scans. That was half the problem of doing ORKO'S Keep was, well, yeah, I have all this stuff digital, but then it's like, well, crap, you zoom in on it, it's blurry, it's pixelated, you can't read the writing. And I posted something the other day that I pulled the wrong file. And you guys hear that?
Oh, yeah.
I do.
I don't know what's going on here.
Yeah, that's me. Hold on.
But yeah, some of the files are just, they're too pixelated. So I tried to just scan everything myself. And this one, I don't believe I scanned this one. I don't think I have issue number 2. I think I have issue 1, 3, 5, and a couple other ones. I think there's 17 issues altogether. But this one's pretty cool though. You can zoom in on it. It's high quality scan.
Oh, so cool. There's Stonehenge and a butterfly.
Yeah. So what's neat about
look at
this,
these.
all the vehicles at the front here is cool. But if you look at the next page, I believe it's page 7. Let me see here. So this guy, I think he's a new bad guy that I never heard of. And I think his name is Ultra Corp.
Wow.
Interesting.
So
Look
it's
at
really
those
neat.
little
It's a
guys.
very short comic. I think it's only 6 pages long, but it's really cool because it's like this Thanos-esque kind of guy.
Yeah.
This whoever is giant warrior there, and it looks like they're out in space, the whole 9 yards. So I think he's some kind of cosmic warrior. I just don't know who he is. And that's why I wanted to showcase this one, because I'd never seen that character before, and I thought that was a good one to showcase.
Wow. Man-at-Arms is blowing away these guys.
Yeah, these are definitely not so much of the kid version of it.
Yeah.
It's very much a more of a mature audience kind of drawing.
Yeah.
A lot of the European stuff is.
Wow, that's so cool.
But Adam, you kind of missed it for a minute. This is a new bad guy, I think, from the Italian issue. Skelly, go back to that first page when you see him. Oh, I don't know if Adam can hear us yet.
Sorry, no, I got it.
So if you look at the picture, Adam, this is like a new bad guy. I think his name is Ultra Core or Corp. I've never seen him before. And I don't think any of the other guys have either. I may be wrong, but
I've never seen this.
Sorry, guys. But yeah, he almost looks like a DC or Marvel villain or something.
Yeah.
Very, very Kirby-esque.
very Kirby.
I tried to find it in the character guide, but I didn't see it yet. So
Okay.
Yeah, again, I don't know if this was just strictly for this one issue. I haven't gone through every single issue. But I'm sure this is probably something they created for the story.
Is that his name, Ultra Corp?
Well, I think it is, but I don't speak Italian,
okay.
so I have to. It's all in Italian, so it's hard.
Okay.
I have
That's
to.
why, that's why I looked it under. I looked up Ultra stuff, but it's not there. So
yeah, and it may be something else. That's just how it's translating. I don't know.
Okay.
But I'll shoot you guys. You know, Skelly can shoot all these over to you guys if you guys want to look at them and see if you can find any information on them. I'll post a lot of this stuff on our ORKO'S Keep later today or next week.
Yeah, that's really cool.
I love the little green guys.
Yeah, they almost look like little Hulks, don't they?
Yeah.
I was thinking that. Oh, man.
Little mutated, like Oompa Loompa Hulks.
So can I just say that I'm really digging like these color swaps on the battle ram here that they've shown a couple different ones. Like the one picture, it had like a yellow kind of gargoyle head on it. Now, like, what's this? We got it orange and blue here. Like, yeah, let's get some.
They kind of colored it. They colored it kind of like the Talon Fighter.
Yeah, they do.
I want the blue and yellow battle ram.
Right? I'm digging that version of battle ram. I'm digging all the color variants. Let's get some color swaps, guys. Come on, Mattel. You love reprinting shit in different colors.
Yeah.
Actually, it'd be nice.
I think that's the end of the comic right there. It's like 6 or 8, 7 pages. But yeah, the rest of this comic you can skip through pretty quick. It just there's some cross sell art.
Random animals,
turtles.
It's like those old magazines when you're a kid, you know.
Yeah, that's exactly what it's like.
The games.
Here's the ad for you to beg your parents to buy you a dirt bike.
Yep.
You can look like this racing guy right here.
If
you go buy this dirt bike.
Magazine subscriptions. I can get the dirt bike.
Oh man.
So when I was going on my rant about getting us color variants of the battle ramp, Thanos brings up a good point. We can't even get a standard one.
Yeah, right. True. Yeah, can't even get the blue one.
So here's a Big Jim story, which obviously we know some of Big Jim kind of transferred over to Motu.
Yeah, a lot of it. Yeah.
And I got to be honest, I don't think I've ever read a Big Jim comic book, so I don't even really know the characters or anything.
Can you go back one slide there? See that spacecraft up in the upper right corner, like the way it's drawn?
Yeah.
It looks very similar to, oh God, what's the name of that ship from New Adventures of He-Man?
Yeah, I know it.
Kind of a long one with the wings that fold down.
Yeah. This was a real toy in Big Jim, and it kind of had. It was very similar in a lot of ways to the Talon Fighter too.
You know, because as we've all learned, and as we're saying, like they brought a lot of that stuff into Masters Universe. I wonder if this was one of those things where they looked at that old ship and they were just kind of like, how could we change it just a little?
Just paint it different, pretty much.
Yeah.
They got Hydron back there. Look at that.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
True story.
That's cool. I mean, I love the artwork here.
Yeah. It has a very 80s feel to it, especially like the old Marvel DC stuff.
Yeah.
You can always tell those 80s comic drawings. And being that these are original stories and from that era, but they're Italian, it just a little bit different take on it, but it's also that same nostalgia. Everybody kind of drew the same way during that period.
Yeah.
I think that's why we like it so much, because it's very nostalgic for a lot of us.
Yeah,
it really is. I mean, I used to love flipping through different comics and all like that, and just that particular style of art with the dotted color. I'm trying to think of the name for the way they
so that's that pop art with the pixelated with the color dots. I think it's called pop art.
Yeah, to this day, I still love that look when it comes to a comic book.
Yeah, that I love that stuff too. I know exactly what you're talking about.
Roy Lichtenstein.
Yeah, it's a Lichtenstein style. He's the artist that first did that.
Yeah.
Yep.
And I love seeing the old
Voltron era here, so you can see some Voltron stuff, which is kind of cool.
Love that.
We got like the toys with the coffins that brought the row beasts and stuff. I always thought those were cool.
Yeah.
So definitely,
neat.
you know, what Voltron it came out in the late 70s, didn't it? When it first arrived?
No, in the 80s.
It was in the 80s?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was originally King Beast Go Lion from it was the Japanese version, and then they cut it up into the regular Voltron.
Right.
Yeah, that was like 1984. 1984. I think the original came out in 82, I believe.
Gotcha. Okay. I was thinking it was earlier than that.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of great Japanese animation from the 70s, but that
really
one
is.
That one is from the 80s.
Okay.
Yeah, pop actor that was Michael Knight in that picture.
It was Knight Rider.
Yep, Knight Rider.
Very cool.
And get some more ads, of course.
Oh yeah, look at the costume.
They're pimping all this stuff out to the kids. They wanted to buy all this stuff.
Yeah.
All part of our programming.
What's cool on this page, this first one, the Skeletor. So that's like a play sword set with a mask. I mean, that's a cool either play kits cosplay set or a cool Halloween costume.
Right.
And it's probably there's probably a couple of them floating around out there somewhere, but it's probably one of those rare things you'll never see again.
Yeah, so cool.
Not really. Yeah, those are tough to come by, especially because
sure they are.
The swords were pretty brittle plastic. Like you can find a couple of them. I know Adam probably saw, like I did, there were a couple of stands at PowerCon that had like the swords, but you don't find that mask at all anymore.
You're saying the mask is hard to find?
Yeah.
Yeah, I believe it. So then you got some great cross-sell art. I love these. All the Italian comics all did this with the characters. They would showcase a battle scene or a pose of a real vintage figure and then just put some cool wording to it.
That's so cool.
Yeah,
I want those dioramas that they use.
Yeah, that's what I was looking for.
It was always a dream. Get that store display to put all your stuff on because it just looks so cool.
So cool. All right, are we on to the part 3 now, folks?
I don't know. Is this the end of it?
This is the end of part 2.
All right, let's throw a few more things.
All right. Yeah. Let's do it.
All right. Part 3. 28-point font. All right. The paper doll book is awesome.
Oh, wow.
So this thing is pretty big. It's like, I want to say it's like 17 by like 12. It's a big book. Because the paper dolls are about, I keep looking at the camera the wrong way, so I can get my hands are drift off.
Yeah.
The paper dolls, they're about 12-inch dolls.
Yeah. Wow.
Pretty neat. And then when paper dolls, a lot of little kids like these, especially girls that era. There's a whole bunch of costumes, which makes it fun inside this book.
Yeah.
And I got this out of a guy who lives up in Alaska. I was able to order it from him and off eBay, and I'm one of those guys that eBay warns you about. Don't talk to strangers off of eBay. I'm like, hey, let me work deals out with you.
Yeah, that's good.
I'm buying in bulk. Let me work a deal out with you.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is a neat piece. I think it's only 6 or 7 pages. Because each page is only one-sided, then you pop the dolls out.
Yep.
They're all perforated. You take everyone. The blue parts are obviously the little tabs that fold over and hook onto the doll. And then here's our activity book. This is a really cool book. Just because it's based off the cartoon movie. And there's a lot of cool activities in this thing. But it's all filmation.
So cool.
That's really cool.
I don't think I've ever seen this one.
Some little board games, little puzzles, mazes, things like that. And to find these things unused is hard.
Yeah, right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Well, let alone just to find them, it's hard.
Yeah.
You find it unused, it's even better. I think this one might have a page. I can't remember if it has a page that's colored in it, and I may have not done this one yet. I can't remember.
Oh man, so cool.
That's cool.
Yeah, that Castle Grayskull is a really cool stance. I like the way that upward look to it. It looks massive.
Yeah. Yeah, it almost looks like there's like the levels underneath is what you enter, and then you have to work your way up. Whereas most versions, it's like you kind of come in, it seems like it's very ground floor.
Sure. Yeah, it's very much on a hill. It looks like you're climbing this big arch or this hill. And it might be that Filmation bridge with the spider legs or whatever you want to call it.
Right.
They show kind of the Filmation version sometimes.
Yep. So cool.
Yeah. Little word search.
I found my antenna.
Did you? You're good. You're fast. I see Swiftwind.
Grizzlor.
Sorceress.
Yeah.
Yep.
I see Sir Joe Vance. What's one?
I see Milmerg and Oromb.
I see ass.
So here's another little board game, which is kind of cool. When you put them side by side, because there is a staple in the middle, but my scanner is only so big. The bed is I have to cut stuff in half a lot of times. But I would consider this, just a one-off board game, which is cool. It's not like something you'd buy at Toys R Us or whatever, Children's Palace back in the day or any of those places. But I would consider this part of the board game realm because a lot of them will have their own pieces, or they'll say, "Hey, use a button and use a pencil eraser or a penny as your token," and then you just do it. You play it, roll the dice.
Yeah.
So it's kind of fun if you're into that.
Yeah, that's cool.
And then I don't remember what the heck this one is. I think you just color what you want and then just draw a picture that looks like a pixelated screen.
That's cool.
Yeah, just kind of random.
Yeah, I like the little Grizzlor down at the control panel.
Yeah.
Oh, that font.
Yeah.
Oz, how come we don't have that font in our Canva?
Look, man, Canva has their own font. I can't control it. I don't add those fonts to it. I got to figure out how you can, because I think you can.
Oh, man, I am in love with this font. I would use it for everything.
The Skeletor font is cool.
Yeah.
Now I'm going to have to go find a bone font.
I'd be putting Twisted Sister bone signs all over the place.
Yes. Everywhere, right?
Totally got boned.
I want this Skeletor with the head coming out of the purple rectangle as a bumper sticker. I just want it's fantastic. It's ready to go.
Skelly, I'm sure I can make that happen for you. I can Photoshop some stuff.
Really? I would love that. I would love that so much.
I can totally do that and make sure it's nice and bright and poppy.
Yeah. Cool.
So
you got to
see what happens.
Instead of the hood, he's got to be wearing the Vader helmet.
Yeah, there you go.
He just blew Skelly's mind.
I got you, buddy. All right, so I typed in bone font on Canva, and it's giving me absolute nothing. It's like, what kind of perverted crap are you in here? Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. What's this? I found a cool font. Ooh. Ignore me.
All right. Well, send me the name of that font so I can use it in the next slide, the next thumbnail.
I think you've already used it before, actually.
Is it Jeepers?
Lucky Bones?
Oh, no, I don't think I've used that.
It looks like the old school, 80s cartoon style font. I like it.
Cool.
I'm writing it down. Sorry, Ben.
You're good.
Types of things, yeah. Lucky Bones?
Yeah, it's called Lucky Bones.
Font. Okay, cool. I wrote it down. This is great. He-Man and Cringer, or no, Prince Adam and Cringer are visiting the kiln.
Well, I think it's hard to see on the screen, but I think that if I remember right, it's like that magic portal door.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you what, Filmation, if you go back to a lot of their stuff, I got stuff from all the way from their early days in the early 60s, all the way through their whole run. But their sound effects and their artwork, the way they made things pop and sizzle and look like it was electrifying was second to none. There's not a cartoon company out there that did it better than Filmation.
No, I love their colors and stuff that they do.
It truly is.
Like that mirror that we're seeing.
Yeah.
You saw, how it moves like it's like that in the Flash Gordon cartoon.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
Ming comes walking through it all the time. It's pretty cool.
sure,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah.
And
I
the same
wonder
thing with this,
how-
I think it's just that magic mirror thing or the
Yeah.
portal we're looking at.
Yeah. I want to know what the trick is to get that animation to glow like that.
Yeah.
It must be backlit or something. It's got to be some cool technique.
Some little trick that they're keeping to the hip there, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then this, I don't even know what the hell I'm looking at here. I know it's Hordak's spaceship, but I don't know what the numbers are. I think it's a puzzle. I don't know. I had never figured it out. I can't crack the code. I'm not smart enough.
Let's see. Hordak is on board the Annihilator on screen 4. Can you crack the code to find out why?
You'll have to look at it later and see if you guys can figure it out.
Right.
I
I'm doing now.
I am the
interested
Zodiac.
Yeah, exactly.
Good one, Bobby. High five.
I'm on it.
The Zodak killer.
Zodiac killer. Oh man, you get a high five too, Adam.
That's why they couldn't find him. He got distracted by He-Man toys.
That's right.
And then there's just a cool mask at the back cover of Hordak. It's
That's awesome.
about
That's
that
So
big.
cool.
That's
Yeah.
That's put over a kid's head. So it's kind of cool.
I want it.
I dig it.
Yeah.
Put a piece of string through his ears and pull it back.
And you
So
can sit next to
cool.
Joe Amato.
That's
Yeah.
right. Exactly. That's what he does, right? For his mask.
Yeah.
My mask's cooler than yours.
So this, Skelly, scroll forward a picture. Let me see. So this is a board game. This is a Spanish board game called Juego del Monstruo. And it translates to the words flee the monster. This is a total knockoff game that was produced probably, I think I read right. I think it was 85, 86, somewhere in that range. So you'll see there's Clawful. It's kind of a weird rendition of Clawful.
Yeah.
It's almost like a cross between the toy and the filmation.
Yeah.
Truly, the only thing this has to do with He-Man is the cover of the box.
Wow.
If you go back a sort of page, this is the board game, and you start basically at that where that black arrow's in the bottom left corner or the right corner, and you just got to get to the power sword in the middle. But you don't run into any bad guys that are familiar. It's just random characters. There's like the pig monster that looks like from Star Wars, like when they break into Jabba's cave. There's that guy. There's a dinosaur. There's some snakes, pterodactyl. It just is a random weird game. But this game was really cool because I saw it showcased on. You guys ever looked at like you'll type something in and you'll see that website called Worth Point. It'll be like it'll show you like older auctions that happened maybe a year ago. But they want you always log in and buy some kind of subscription to see what the price was. But I saw a picture of this. I was like, I gotta hunt this thing down. And because I'm a huge board game guy, but I love the Motu board games. This thing came from Spain, and it took me probably a year to hunt this thing down. And it's real small. So the box is maybe 8 inches tall, maybe 10 inches tall by like 7 or 8 inches wide. And then the board is probably like the shape of my hand here.
Oh, wow.
Oh wow.
So it really is. It's really not that big of a board.
How interesting.
No playing pieces, nothing. The back is the instructions, which is this is the back of the box right there.
Yeah.
I am actually doing a full restoration on this board because even scanning at high quality, the print was so bad. There was poor printing conditions. A lot of things are blurry on it. So I'm actually going in. I've taken every one of these things on the side here, all the little symbols. I've redrawn every one of them, and I'm reintroducing them into a much prettier, clearer board. And eventually, what I would like to do is I'll have it available for print, but like at 400 DPI will be really high quality print. So that's one of the things I try to restore things too.
The box cover for the game, this illustration with the monsters in the foreground and Clawful in the back. I mean, I'm deeply in love with this image. It is so cool. I could see this framed and on my wall. Like it's amazing. It's so weird, but it's also like the artistry here is pretty fantastic. It reminds me of movie posters, hand-painted movie posters from other countries.
Right.
It's just
Or like
like
a one of those young adult books from the 80s.
yes,
like
yeah,
Yes.
detective novels, those
Totally.
kind of things.
totally. He's chopping right through that tentacle, and gray blood is coming out. Like,
Yep.
it's so strange.
It's definitely a very cool image, though. I mean, it's something really unique. A lot of the things I do on ORKO'S Keep is I want to shock people. Go, wow, we've never seen this, and so many people have never seen this. I don't know. Have any of you guys ever seen this before?
No. This is my first time seeing a lot of this stuff.
Yeah, and it's cool. Here's another board game. This is from Guatemala. It's a Pepsi board
I
game.
love this.
And
Cool.
I'm in
So
for
the
these
story
mini
goes,
figurines.
Yeah.
I want to say, I think it's 1988 when these came out. And in Guatemala, the South America craze with He-Man, with Los Alamos, and then they have the Abril comics, the Abril editorials, and all that. So Guatemala, 1988, you're a kid on the street of Guatemala, you're drinking a Pepsi. Underneath the cap is a He-Man character. And if you scroll one picture forward, one or two pictures forward, keep going real quick.
One.
Yeah, so you can see so there's the cap. What you did was the Pepsi man would drive around town, load up stores. You had little kids running after you with these bottle caps. You'd give 3 of the bottle caps to the guy. He'd give you a rubber character. Go back a couple pages, you'll see. So he would give you one of those characters.
Oh, that's so cool.
All these little rubber guys, and they're little rubber stout, like the gumball machine guys.
Right, the muscle guys.
The muscle guys. There's 30 characters in all. Super hard to find. I found a set on eBay. I don't own them because I didn't want to drop the money, but like $500 for a set of 30.
Oh,
Wow.
And that's not even getting the board with it. That's just the characters. The board, I found one that was in rough shape. These are better. These are digital images. I think the board was going for like $100. It's a piece of paper. Now this is the instructions. I met a guy. If you go back one picture, these are the instructions. You can't see it on any of the digital scans, but I'm actually translating this into an English version so you can still look at it, enjoy it, and play it as a kid if you want. Here's the advertising piece for it. I think I found it on this website, the Colección Nalos. I think it's a website. I was just doing some deep diving on the internet one night, and I came across this.
that's amazing.
Unfortunately, I don't own this one. I do have copies of it. If you go to the next picture, I do have printouts of this, but some of it's blurred. So I'm restoring this and recreating it as well, but I'm doing it in English.
So cool.
It's really cool.
So kind of neat because there's 3 different paths you could take. It's when it prints out, I got it on currently on what do you call it? Business style paper. So 14 by 8.5, like the legal length.
Yeah.
And it fits really perfect on it. So kind of cool. Just a little tidbit of things we have.
Very cool.
And there's one more picture, I think, in this. This is the Tooth Defender game. So this is.
I think that's it for this one.
I thought there was one more, but I guess I was wrong.
Maybe it's up here somewhere. Let me see.
It might have got mixed up. So Signal Tooth Defender. So this is the UK Masters of the Universe fan club. And the fan club did newsletters. Adam, you've seen on my site, you've seen the scrolls, the He-Man Eternia scrolls. This was a board game that took me like 4 or 5 years to find this game. And
I love this.
This is the whole piece. I almost bought one on eBay and I missed it. I got outbid and I wasn't paying attention one day and I got outbid on it, but it was missing the board. So if you scroll forward like 3 pictures, one more, this is the board itself.
Oh,
it's a double board. You follow the red path down and the blue path back. And the object is to avoid getting cavities, to avoid eating sugary foods, and don't let Hordak or Skeletor or the bad guys get you in trouble with chocolate bars and candy. You got to go down to get a key at the dragon, and the key is a toothbrush. And then you got to go up to the treasure chest to get a toothpaste, and then you got to get the Castle Grayskull.
Love it.
Totally random board game, but this is one of two that I even know that exist. I mean, I know there are more, I'm sure. I just don't know of them. But it's such a rare piece. This is so hard to find. This is probably my crown jewel. This is one of my favorite pieces.
Bobby, when we start a band, we're calling it Stalactites of Decay. Okay.
Sure. Sounds good to me.
Absolutely.
I'll dress up as the candy bar.
Yeah.
So go back one page real quick. You can see that what's cool about this is the playing pawns too. If you got Rio Blast, Man at Arms, Snout Spout, Rock On, Moss Man, and Extend Art. You don't have the traditional He-Man, Ram Man, Beast Man. I like that it's the rare different characters. Really, the only one that's more normal than any of them is Man at Arms. All of the other stuff is much later in the line.
Yeah.
Right.
So there's our keys, which are the toothbrush or the keys, I guess you get, and then the toothpaste stuff on the next page.
Of course,
But the Masters of the Universe Club was really cool. It was United Kingdom, Spain, France, and I think there was an Italian version of it off and on, but it was very, very short-lived. They maybe did it for a year and a half, 2 years, and then it was completely gone. But in the early issues of the UK fortnightly comics, you'll see that there's a lot of advertisements for the UK fan club. Have you guys ever talked to Aiden Cross over at the UK Master Club?
Mm-hmm.
Aiden's a cool dude. He's in England. He runs a whole website dedicated to the UK He-Man comic books, and he actually knows a lot about different stuff on that stuff. And he has a lot of really cool advertisement pieces and stuff. And he blogs kind of like what Adam does. He blogs about every issue, and he talks about his thoughts and his feelings for the issue. They're all original stories as well. You guys familiar with Judge Dredd?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So Judge Dredd's an English comic book also, and a lot of those comics, they come out every other week. So that's why they call it fortnightly. And some of those things have, the Judge Dredd is like somewhere ridiculous, like 25 or 2,600 issues that it comes out like every Friday. They've been doing it for like 30 years. Wow. And same thing with the He-Man. They did that. There's probably 70 or 80 issues, and then the line stopped. But they're neat though. The UK stuff's really cool. If you're ever into that, it's fun to. And I will start showcasing some of that as well.
Yeah, that's great. I'd love to see that stuff.
Sure. Here's our Burger King boxes. This is the first series, 1985. These are the ones that came with the plastic cups.
Yes.
They had the little stories that you turn the cup and the story would wrap around the cup.
Yep.
So I have the full set here. The front. Each picture is the top is the front, and the bottom is the back of the same box. So each one's a little different.
Look at that web store down there in the bottom right-hand corner.
And these are a lot easier to see when you can zoom in on them and stuff. Yeah. But for today's purposes, go ahead and scroll to the next one.
There's power in friendship.
Yep. Everyone's good at something. Strength in numbers.
Things aren't always what they seem.
Yep.
That's true.
I like this. I like the fright zone on the bottom of the second one.
Yeah, that's great.
That's cool.
So it's cool that Snake Monster coming out.
There's embedded Leech and Mantenna in there. If you look closely at the fright zone.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I see that.
That's so neat.
Almost like a hidden picture thing or something.
Yeah.
So this was the first set that came out. There was 4 per set, and then the second set will be next. These came out in 1987, and these are more for like the movie because Gwildor's in it and stuff like that. You'll see here.
There's Gwildor down there.
Yep, he's on a couple of the boxes. I think he's on 2 boxes.
Nice.
That's
and
cool.
This second set was actually pretty hard to find. I had a buddy of mine who went to PowerCon a couple years ago. He found me one of the missing ones that I was needing.
Nice. They got the scene. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, you go ahead. Maybe we're talking about the same thing.
The eye from the Golden Book story, like the the Eye of Eternia or whatever.
Oh yeah.
That's on the top left. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's cool.
there it is. I was gonna say, it looks like they're like everybody's gathered down there in the bottom left-hand corner. Everyone's gathered in this room and they're listening to the chef talk
Yep.
or something, and they're just all conversing. It's like a little party,
Little cocktail party.
a cocktail party. He's the bartender, actually. Blade's right up there at the bar, complaining about his job.
Yep.
He's mad his sword's up on the wall. He's like, He-Man's right over there. I could kill him, but my sword's got to be hung up on the wall.
He-Man's over there talking to Skeletor. What are they talking about? They're talking about me.
It's probably like the what's that movie with Keanu Reeves, where you can't, when you go into the hotel, you can't fight or nothing. It's all,
yeah,
John Wick.
yeah, the John
Right.
Wick stuff. Yeah, so
Yep.
it's like that. You go in there, you got to put all your weapons away.
Yep. Can't have him out. Wyatt Earp's the bartender.
Oh yeah, there's Wyatt.
A few others.
wow.
Wildor again and Buzzsaw Hordak, Snakeface.
Wow.
Oh, these illustrations on this one are great.
Yeah,
Oh man, or both of these, I think. Yeah, both of these.
Yeah.
Although the one on the left-hand side, I'm just like, look at that Snake Mountain and Beastman chasing after Gwildor. These are great images.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that was what you're getting at Burger King. I mean, it's just such a cool thing that you could have gotten back then if you were a
Right.
kid then.
Yeah.
Yeah, those are fun. So this next one, if you want to go, this He-Man, I have no idea what country this He-Man book is from. I cannot find it. I just stumbled across it. So if anybody has information out there, let me know.
Yeah, I don't
It's so
know if
cool.
there are, I don't know if there I think that's is this the inside of the book?
No, so this is something different. I only have the cover of that one.
Okay,
This
yeah.
is a chocolate Argentine chocolate bar. So if you go back one picture,
That's
here's
this.
the wrapper, the chocolate wrapper, and then it came with stickers that you could build the little sticker book.
That's cool.
So unfortunately, I don't own this either, but I still wanted to showcase it just because it's rare and it's kind of cool.
Yeah.
It is cool.
And I wouldn't even know where to find this. I mean, it's probably I can find one in Argentina, but it's so hard to shop in Argentina, it being in the United States, unless you have somebody down there that knows what they're getting. There's the problem with a lot of South America that I've come across is there's a lot of fraud. There's a lot of theft. People take your money and never send you the stuff. I mean,
Yeah.
so unfortunately,
shipping issues too.
yeah, and there are a lot of shipping issues. Yeah, a lot of international shipping issues. So this was something I just found online. I just thought you guys would get a kick out of it.
It's amazing.
It is really cool.
Very cool.
Look at Triclops.
Yeah, he's got a bad back there.
That's what I was gonna say. It looks
Yeah.
like me when I wake up.
Yeah, he's like, ouch.
He's like, oh
I'm
no,
getting too old for this shit.
I'm 43. God dang it.
Yeah, this is great. So that's the last image, and I hope Ben that I didn't forget anything or miss anything from the slides that you sent
You
over.
did awesome, man. Yeah, we had some other stuff, but it doesn't matter. I mean, it's just fun to showcase this stuff. And what I will do is all the stuff that we've showcased, I will put on the ORKO'S Keep. You know, if anybody wants some, I'll give my info to Skelly. If you guys know how to get a hold of Skelly, then he can pass it on to me. You can also message me on personally on Facebook. But I'll work with anybody. I'll send people files. I'm not about trying to make money doing this. I just want to share the information. It's fun. It's fun to collect it. It's fun to just enjoy it with other people. That's why I do this. It's for the thrill of it.
That's awesome.
It's just such great stuff, and so many of these pieces, you know, if they're printed large in a nice room, well lit, I mean, they're just going to be gorgeous. I just love the line art from the very first activity book we looked at.
Sure.
I think my favorite stuff is that and the monster board game.
Yeah. With Clawful in the background. Yeah.
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
like my favorites.
Well, I mean, Skelly, you just picked up that skull that was on the back of the box or on the instructions.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, that
Oh,
blue
yeah.
skull.
Those are the purple and
Gender
the,
reveal skull.
I'm a boy.
who ate Mickey Mouse?
Exactly. Oh man.
So, but yeah, you know, I hope you guys enjoyed what I brought today.
Yeah, it was awesome.
You know,
it's
I
amazing.
try to find all kinds of unique stuff. I got so much weird stuff coming. I got big shipments coming from Germany right now. I got a shipment from Italy coming. I got a guy in Croatia that's actually helping me find these magazines. Let me show you a couple of things real quick.
Yeah,
Here-
I'm gonna make you large here.
I don't have a scan, but here are, let's see here if I can get.
Oh wow.
So these are the same comic book. This I'm trying to get them in. We'll do one at a time.
Yeah.
So this one is Satellite Serene, and you'll see that right here.
Yep.
Yeah.
This is issue number 1 of 1989, and you'll see this is from Sweden. Here is the Finland neighbor, same thing, but these ones are called Satellite Sarjat. So same comic, but slightly different. You know, you can see the wording's different,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
different languages.
It's cool.
You know, so stuff like that. Here's another one I just want to show you real quick. Let's see here. So this one, Satellite Screen, Satellite Sarjat. But I don't know if I'm in the picture or not.
I love that Skeletor face.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh,
Different.
cool.
So it's kind of neat to have them side by side. But I do have something special I really wanted to show you guys. And I've not scanned this. Let me pull it out of the bag real quick. This is a knockoff board game, dart game. And it's called Titans del Universo Heidi Man. H-E-D-I. Heidi Man.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
So it's a
yeah.
dart gun. But look, I'll get it zoom into here real quick. Look at the
Yes.
characters.
Wow.
Oh,
I've
man.
seen this one. This is so cool.
So
Where
this
can
is,
we get those figures?
I
Yeah,
know,
right?
right? So this, what's so cool about this is that's obviously to me is Zodak, and then Beastman,
Right.
obviously, with just a weird head, with a weird lion head, which I absolutely love. And then Skeletor is just badass.
Yeah,
Oh, cool.
it's amazing.
And then what's funny is you got Heidi Man, which is He-Man, obviously. And then on the gun itself, it has the word
yeah.
Heidi Man on it. I don't know if the lights get it or not.
Tell you what, nothing makes me feel more badass when I'm rolling down the street with my loaded Heidi Man gun.
And then last little thing I'll show you guys real quick. This is the French. Let me see if I can turn this other light on. That might help a little bit.
Oh wow.
This is it's called Lotto. It's by Volumetrics. It's a French game. And what I like about this, I'll open up the box here. It's basically like bingo. So you got 4 characters on a bingo card,
Oh, that's cool.
and there's 4 cards total. So here's the other 2.
I'll fit in with Ray.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you draw these cards, you know, one by one. You pull one, and if you have it, you get to put it in your pile.
Nice.
Wow.
That's really cool. Those
So
are
there's
like they look
all the
like
characters.
a lot of them look
So-
like from the Filmation series guide booklet too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. So
So
beautiful.
they're just kind of cool.
Yeah.
I'll just show it to you real quick. There's Man at Arms.
Yeah.
Bingo.
Yep. Bingo, that's right. There's definitely that Filmation skeleton.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
From that real famous painting. This is a cool. I'm
So
trying to get it to zoom
That's
clear.
an interesting
Yeah.
Zodak.
It's a very interesting Zodak.
Yeah.
And I'm a sucker for Zodak anyways. I've always liked Zodak.
Same here.
Here's the monster. I think it's the monster version.
Yep.
Let's see here. Faker kind of looks very boyish.
That's a derpy looking faker.
I was gonna say,
I've never seen that one.
I was gonna say
He's kinda
emo.
derpy.
emo.
What did they
faker.
do to Trapjaw?
Yeah.
Trapjaw's posing.
Bobby, cover your eyes. Don't look.
Right?
Stratos.
Joe Motto, that one's for you, buddy.
Same filmation.
Oh yeah.
Man, it almost looks like instead of the short staff that, like the Crystal Endiverse staff was on a chain. How much more awesome would that have been?
Yeah, right.
It does almost look like it's on a chain.
Yeah, like she's dangling it.
It's just a downward position, I think.
Yeah.
This is kind of a cool Ram Man version.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that.
I don't know if it's red. It looks more black in the screen.
Yeah.
Let's see. Merman. I always like Merman.
Yeah.
Who doesn't?
That's a really scary looking merman too.
Love
it's
it.
not
Got
quite
red
like any
eyes.
version, pretty close to filmation.
And then our main guy here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So let me kind of fun. This French game was kind of neat. I had a guy, I bought it off eBay, and he canceled me. I said, no, you can't cancel me. He said, I'll pay the shipping. He's like, oh, it's too much. It's like $50 ship. I said, I don't care. I will send you extra money. I gotta have it because it was one of the few pieces that I was missing as far as board games are concerned.
God, that's
And
so cool.
That is.
what I like about the box though on this is it's like these these monster cat beasts. It almost
Right.
looks like kind of looks like a Thundercat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know,
Thundercat,
a little
maybe
bit.
a little terror dog.
Yeah, it's something. I mean, I don't know what the right word is, but yeah, it kind of they look like kind of cat monsters to me.
Yeah.
Mhm.
If you look at the what is it? It's another book. They're the Panther Men from like it's one of the golden books. It's a bigger one. That's what it reminds me of.
Okay,
Right.
Yeah.
It's Panther, but they kind of look like Panther, but crossed with a human.
so well, cool. I mean, that's what I have for you to show you guys today.
Yeah, man. That's
Well,
awesome.
you'll have to-
Yeah, it's great stuff.
If you come across a particularly remarkable piece and you want to share it, just let us know. We'll have you pop on again. We'd love to be a location for you to showcase something unique.
Cool.
Everything you get is unique and exciting, but if you just find something particularly
So it's so rare that we have to show everybody.
you got to show everybody. Let's do that again. I mean, this has been a lot of fun, Ben.
Yeah, thank you, Skelly. I mean, Oz, Bobby, Adam. I mean, it's been a lot of fun being here with you guys. I've
Yeah.
really enjoyed it, and I would absolutely love to do it again with you guys sometime.
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
Awesome.
Definitely.
Cool.
And
Well,
I
very
know
cool.
Skelly has the link to the group in the description, but I also dropped it down here in the chat for everybody.
Okay.
So definitely make sure if you're on Facebook and you haven't already joined ORKO'S Keep, definitely head on over there now and check it out. Lots of great stuff going on in there.
I have a
Thank
question
guys.
for
Thank
you.
Oz. Yeah, go
I have a
ahead,
question
Skelly.
for you, Ben. Are you located? Is your information located anywhere else other than Facebook? Like, let's say someone doesn't have Facebook and they're interested in checking out your stuff.
Not currently. I am trying to get some things in order to do possibly a YouTube channel that's hopefully coming by the beginning of next year.
Great.
Maybe do something like that. I am trying to build. I'm working on a website where I'm going to actually have a www address, and it will be orkoskeep.com. I already bought the domain a couple years ago.
Good.
Very cool.
So it'll be that, and then I'll showcase a lot of stuff on there that people can actually download. So one of my goals is I don't want to just show it. I want people to actually have it for their files. Let's preserve it. Let's keep all this stuff for everybody.
There you go. That's great.
awesome.
I'm all about putting it up there. And if you want to download, if you want to spend 2 days on my website and download every piece, more power to you.
Yeah.
I'm going to try to make it easy for people to do that, to reach into some sort of like file system where they can just click, click, click. And, I'm not going to have pop-up ads and all this crap because I hate all that stuff.
Yeah.
This is really a passion project for me, just to share and to preserve all this stuff.
Oh, that's great. That's
cool.
You're doing the good work, Ben.
I appreciate it. Thank you. So yeah, any other questions, guys, for me or?
Oh man.
Is there
Can I
anything
ask where did
or is there anything in particular you guys are trying to see? I will try to hunt it down.
Well, I'm trying to find those little like Pepsi giveaway guys right
Yeah.
now.
Oh, I know. Trust me, they are cool. If you can find them, more power to you, Oz.
Yeah, I'm like trying to hunt them down because like seeing the kind of display that it was shown in and all like that just had me think of like Monsters in My Pocket, how they used to have like the mountain display.
Yeah.
So
Sure.
The Motu muscle figures that Super 7 came out with quite a while ago. That merman, I was checking out the merman image. Actually, you know what? Let's bring it back up. I'm gonna go back here. This merman silhouette looks very, if I remember correctly, he's down here. See how he's doing he's like going like this? No, sorry, he's like this.
Yeah.
With his sword. That looks very similar to what the stance is for the Super 7 merman, if I remember correctly. Or
well,
sorry, go and Grayskull too looks very similar. So they may have taken some inspiration from these, but it's not the same.
Well,
I mean,
and that's really a good point because look how many deep cuts we're seeing, just random things that we're seeing even in the Origins line. All of a sudden in the background, there might be some little trinket of that. Hey, this was from one random episode in 1983, and they're showing this guy in the box. Is Mattel going to fulfill it? We hope so, but who knows? But it's really cool. There's a lot of deep cut stuff going on. So it wouldn't surprise me if Super 7 say, hey, I found this thing from Guatemala. Let's make him look just like this. And nobody knows unless you go, oh, I saw it. I know what it is.
Yeah.
You're absolutely right.
So Oz, what are you finding out there in your search? Are you finding good deals or bad deals?
Yeah, well, it's all the Super 7 stuff. And although there are similarities, they are definitely different from what we were just looking at. Again, similarities. So I'm sure that, inspiration wise, very, very similar.
Right.
But
Pop Actor, are you talking about sorry, I was 1 second. I'm sorry. Pop Actor, are you talking about the one that's the pop-up like Adam just showcased the other day?
We'll have to wait for his response.
Yeah, no problem. Sorry, Oz, I didn't mean to interrupt you. I apologize.
No, it's quite all right. I just like the brighter colors on that other one. The one that you were showing off, like that's what made me think of like Monsters in My Pocket when they did them in all those really different bright colors. Because the ones from Super 7 are all kind of like more muted and pastel style, kind of like again how the old muscle figures were.
Yeah,
until we went into the 90s.
Yep. Pop Actor is getting back to us here. The 3D action board.
Yeah.
So I personally have that game. Yes, I have the pop-up one. Adam did a really cool. By the way, Adam, I love that music that you picked for that. I think it was like.
Oh, thanks.
It was a cool they're the 3-dimensional pop-up one, but there's also a 3D board. It's a square, and it's a square grid that you roll the dice, and each square has its own little unique story board. But then all of a sudden, the world gets upset. The whole board shifts, and it's like on a pivot. So it's like a piece of glass that pivots, and all of a sudden you might be on spot number 7, but now you're on spot 52, and you're always trying to work towards the middle. Wow. And that's a pretty cool 3D game too, and that may be the one he's talking about. I don't know, but I do have both of those.
That is the one he said he wanted that as a kid.
Nice.
That pop-up one is pretty reasonably priced. You can find it online a lot of times on eBay. The 3D square one's a little tougher to find, but it's still around.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
This is, doesn't it make you want to do you have all your games stored away, or do you have the boards? Because the boards are really where the art is. Do you have the boards up on display anywhere?
So not currently. I will eventually. I'm redoing my basement, and I'm gonna do if you will, I'm like a little section area that's gonna be just all my display stuff. I'm gonna build a custom. Cool. I'm building a custom toy action figure display case that's gonna be centered in the room. You can walk 360 around it.
Nice.
That's gonna be all the characters. I'm gonna do it diorama style where they're all fighting and carrying on.
Oh, wow.
All my box stuff will be on a wall. I'm gonna showcase a lot of comics on one wall. It'll probably be like a 10 by 10 room when it's all done. Just a little quarter of my basement.
Beautiful.
But we'll get there someday. But right now, unfortunately, everything's packed up. A lot of it's packed up, and I had a few things I was looking for I couldn't get to. It was just we did a huge house remodel recently, so all my stuff's in the basement now.
Yeah,
I can't get to any of it hardly at all.
I understand.
But everything's digital. But I think you were asking a question a few minutes ago if I find any deals and stuff. I spent a lot of money on international stuff, but everybody I've worked with has really gone the extra mile to help me find stuff, because the prices on eBay will kill you. You can't do it. You got to meet somebody that lives there and go, this is what I need, this and this. If you can help me, I will pay you this much, and a lot of them will do it. There's people that they hem and haw on price, and we negotiate. But I have a guy that has 40 or 50 comics right now that he's waiting for to send me. I'm just waiting to get a few more pieces to make the package worthwhile. Because again, shipping is international so terribly expensive.
Oh yeah,
it's bad enough in the States, but you start to add an international. I mean, it could cost you $50-$60 or euros or pounds just to send something. And it could be a small package, and they don't care if there's 10 comics or 100. You might as well do it when there's 100 comics in there.
Right.
Then half the battles is I get it, then I got to scan everything. I got to Photoshop everything. I got to edit everything. It's a process. I mean, it takes, sometimes it can take weeks before I get new material delivered before it gets on to the ORKO'S Keep. I mean, it just takes, I got to do it in my spare time after work at nighttime and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So a lot of weekend warrior stuff.
That's it. I'm telling you, #, weekend warrior, because that's how we get things done, man.
Absolutely.
If you're interested in this stuff, you need to have a job. And you need to be, bringing in something so you can live off of it, number one, and then hopefully be able to get these things on the side. And it's an exciting. It's what you've done with this hobby is great. It's like what collectors dream of doing with their hobby: archiving, showcasing, and honoring the material.
Right.
Yeah, it's so cool.
And that's my ultimate goal, guys. I mean, that's why I do it. I love sharing it with everybody. I want to share it with everybody. A lot of you guys share my stuff automatically. Adam, I know you do a lot. You post it on different Facebook sites, and I love that you always tag me in it and stuff. I mean, it means a lot to me. I appreciate it. I try to always give people credit for anything I know of. If I know it's yours, I will absolutely share the credit with you. I don't ever take anybody else's work. Scan wise, if it's not mine, I try to let people know it's not my scan. If it's poor quality, I'm like, this is the only thing I have. But I try to scan everything myself. So if it's on my site, you're pretty close to guaranteed that I probably scanned it.
Yeah.
Awesome. Most things. I either own a copy of it or I've had it in my possession at one point.
Right.
So, but again, I do share stuff. So.
Yeah.
Well, guys, today was a huge honor for me. Thank you for allowing me on your show.
Oh, thanks for fun.
For being here.
Absolute blast.
And I can't wait to show you guys some more. Just keep watching, and I will keep pumping it out.
Oh yeah, for sure. And the invite is open, right? Let us know if there's a particular thing you want to showcase.
I appreciate
that. Back on. We'll title it "The Return of Ben."
Or we could do like a segment on our episode, just him popping up and so.
Yeah, I can just pop in for 5 minutes today.
Yes, that would be great. Oh, I would love that. That'd be so cool.
Yeah, we might have to plan that here soon. That'd be fun.
Yeah, I love that. Massa's Corner.
Yeah,
there you go. Yeah, the ORKO'S Keep. Yeah, you just got to keep
ORKO'S Keep. Yeah,
ORKO'S Keep. Yeah.
That's
no, that'd be fun. I would definitely do that, guys. And anytime you need a guest or somebody falls through, give me a shout. I could probably join you.
Okay,
that's
sounds
great.
cool.
Sure.
Thanks, man.
Cool. So I'll let you wrap it up because I don't know how you do this.
Yeah, well, it's going to be very exciting. Our wrap up process takes 2 hours, and really, it's we're delighted to have you. Can't be happier to have you on here, and the honor is all ours. We're just stoked that you were able to share all this material, and that we were able to get through all 276 photos, because I repeated that one.
Yeah, that's all right.
I'm sorry we missed some. I missed some of them in my downloading the images.
Don't even worry about it. Like I said, I put stuff just to have. If we went through it, great. If we didn't, that's fine too. We'll do it next time.
Yeah, for sure. Oz, Bobby, Adam, what do you guys got coming up? Anything exciting?
Like like I said, I'm working on a jet sled article, and I just put out a Mantisaur article.
Nice.
Oh yeah, that's awesome.
That's awesome. Very cool.
Everybody go over to Battle Ram blog and check
Yes.
out Adam's page.
Absolutely.
Right?
It's his site is amazing.
It is.
So, and here's the other thing too. If anybody followed me from ORKO'S that never been on Toy Frenzy's YouTube channel, like and subscribe, man. I mean, these guys are awesome.
Thank you.
And
Thank
we,
you.
we want to keep bumping it up, guys.
Yeah,
Thanks
I
for
really
joining me.
appreciate that.
Thank you.
Yeah. So awesome. Well, cool.
Bobby,
I love
how about you guys?
Well, go ahead. Alex.
No, go for it, Bobby. What you got coming up, brother?
I got nothing. No.
Ah,
I do have a couple things that I'm brewing in my mind. I know I say this all the time, and I think this one will come to fruition. So
Oh,
there's a teaser. I will
You
let
want-
all my patrons know first,
okay.
and then I'll do it. But I got to get stuff started first. I got ideas, but something's coming. It's different than what you think it is, but I know Skelly knows. I told him.
Yeah.
But yeah, yeah.
I think I just guessed that you're going to be He-Man for Halloween.
Oh, no,
That's
no.
right. That's right.
Bobby running around the Vegas Strip in a
there you
furry
go.
loincloth.
Furry underwear.
People,
That's
it's probably
awesome.
like every day here, right?
Yeah. Yep.
But yeah, just I've been losing followers since I changed my name on Instagram and Twitter and stuff like that. But that's okay,
Oh,
if not following Motu, I guess they don't like it. But
they don't
but
know.
follow,
What
yeah. So,
They don't know what
I
they're
am
looking.
changing things, and it's better for me. I enjoy it
Good.
more. Yeah, but also the punk rock CDs is what I'm really focusing on too for the Instagram account, I should say. I
That's
just
right.
have fun. I'm just have fun loading up the CD that I'm listening to at the moment.
It's
Yeah.
a blast. It's a blast. I just copied you and did a post of my own
Yeah, I saw that.
about an album that I love. So
That's good. It's fun.
great stuff.
Yeah. Oz.
Well, I got the usual Saturday hangouts. So that'll be coming up this Saturday. Gonna hang out and have different people on. Apparently, Allison has some pretty cool stuff to talk about this Saturday when she
Cool.
joins in. So that'll be really cool. And then I will be joining Brick. I believe it's this upcoming Sunday, and we're gonna do some Brick news,
All right.
which is the needless of. I can't even
Needless-
pronounce it.
Needless ephemera.
Ephemera
saw.
we saw.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
it.
Wow.
Yep.
It's always a tongue twister,
That's a mouthful.
It
Yeah.
is.
but I love it though.
Yeah. Well, I don't have any. Oh no, Cambridge and with Shawn. We just recorded a new podcast episode of Cambridge and with Shawn. There's a little bit of Halloween something in there embedded with all the other things we talked about. So that's going to be launching in October. And we're talking. Mark and I are talking about some things. I do talk a little bit about that album that I posted, the Faster and Louder Volume 1, and I talk a little bit about the Husker Du song on there that I'm a huge fan of and I just love and I was obsessed with for years and had lost that song. But that's coming up, and a couple other things that I have cooking that I'm not going to announce yet. Similar to Bobby, I've got something brewing, but nothing unusual. Honestly, same old Skele Vader stuff, but something's coming up.
Cool.
And Weekly Weirdo this Sunday, I think, is going to happen. We've got we're working on a home project that might interfere, but fingers crossed that I'll be able to squeeze in a Weekly Weirdo on Sunday. So, as Ben, sorry, what were you saying, Oz?
I just said excellent.
Oh, but as Ben said in a very generous way, do click like and subscribe. Do the YouTube thing. Click on that little alert icon if you want to get notified of these episodes. but definitely go over to Oz's channel and subscribe to Oz. Definitely head on over to Battleground blog and read all of Adam's amazing stuff over there. Definitely follow Bobby Dangerously on Instagram and Punk Rock CDs on Instagram. I don't know how Twitter's doing these days, but if you want to go over there and check out Bobby's Twitter, do that too. Everyone has varied interests, and if you decide not to follow something just because it's not Motu, that's your prerogative. But honestly, I learn stuff from Bobby every day on his Instagram, on both of his Instagrams. So I'm still getting like incredible information from there, even though it's not Motu. And everybody should definitely go over and check out ORKO'S Keep and follow Ben. Join his group page, ORKO'S Keep, over on Facebook. It's amazing. The stuff we talked about today and most of it is archived over there, and more so. So definitely hang out with Ben over at ORKO'S Keep.
Yep.
And am I missing anything? Oz, any exciting things coming up?
Well, we got to wait a little bit less than a month right now, but we got the results from the fan vote coming.
Oh yeah, that's right.
On October 12th.
right.
So counting that down.
Let's see how that turns out. I'm hoping, based on our discussion last week, I'm hoping that it's the attack track, because that really does feel like a
crowdfund thing.
Something that needs to happen for the for the fans,
Yes.
and also something that's worth it if you're going to do a Mattel Creations crowdfund. It seems like it's going to be massive. It'll be definitely worth it. So that's what I'm hoping for. But
I hope you get it, man. I hope we all get it. I would all five. Let's just be honest. Let's just crowdfund it and let's just do the whole shebang.
Yeah, yes, yeah. We'll do a Kickstarter so all 5 of us can get the attack track.
There we go.
Right. Absolutely.
But yeah, so what else? Anything else coming up, Oz, that's exciting out there in the toy universe?
Oh, absolutely. I mean,